The Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony. Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it. Where are you driving to kick somebody out of the house?
No, Rick, I'm driving to a television program where
Okay, good for you.
I work here in Hollywood. Opie and Anthony.
John, where do you work?
I work on Long Island. I can't really tell you that.
Well, what radio station?
No, no.
Exactly!
Opie and Anthony.
I like boobies because I wasn't breastfed as a child.
Aww. That's why Opie keeps E-Rock around.
For a good suckling.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Tuesday, June 24th, 2008. We are live. Yes, people were confused. Why? They thought we were taking a whole week off. Why would we do that? Well, they thought because they heard you were going down to the Caribbean. Usually people go down to the Caribbean for a week. Yeah, it was good. It was Friday till yesterday. There you go. So we are live in action. Yes. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. A few things. Jim Norton's in L.A. Doing the Gong Show with David Tell. I think he's like one of the judges or something for the next couple of days.
I would hope he'd be a judge. His career goes down to him being a contestant.
Yeah, maybe I should have said it that way. I think. No, of course, he's going to be judging some of the acts.
Yeah.
Our mics are very bassy. I don't know what that's about. Maybe we could tweak that a little bit.
I almost like it.
Sitting in for Jim Norton is Patrice O'Neill. Good friend of the show.
Of course.
A good friend of just the show. Not a good friend in real life. When these mics go off, we go our own ways.
Just like roaches. I talked to Patrice on the street, though.
And cut.
Yeah. We never really go that... we never really talk about anything that in-depth on the street. It's usually we're walking to the same parking garage.
Yeah, because your left leg is just shaking to get out of there.
Is it?
Hey, Anthony, so how's things? I don't know. Your left leg is moving.
My car's up here.
Yeah, start moonwalking as you're looking at you.
Anthony doesn't like spending any extra time in New York City. That's his whole thing.
That is true.
Show's over.
Get out.
He gets antsy if we're meeting about the show, and then walking to his car if there's a little small talk on the curb. No, I got to get out.
I'm a get out of New York kind of guy.
He does a Starsky and Hutch roll right into this big
yeah. I saw, speaking of only friends on the radio and not in real life, I went and saw Patrice at Comics very recently. And
the whole clan, too.
The
clan was there.
That's called the Philly Crew. And first of all, I haven't seen you in a while. Holy S. Are you just riffing up there?
Sometimes.
It's not. No, I bow to you.
There's a direction I'm going, but
I actually bow to you because there's not a lot of comedians that are brave enough to just go up there and riff. They got some general ideas. They're going to go some places. But to me, I'm like, he is just making this up as he goes, and he's killing. And they gave you a standing ovation at the end of the show, and I need to tell everyone that today.
I'll be honest. It was the crowd was. I'm not even. I'm not an ass kisser. I usually hate the crowd.
Yeah, sure.
But the crowd was ridiculously happy. I don't know what was wrong with them. It was almost like I felt bad if I didn't do well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come in and you see some faces you don't like.
Yeah.
My new hatred is white foreigners. So anytime I see white foreigners, I go, good. I get to just maybe make them leave.
What, like French people? Or?
Just any white people that aren't from here.
Yeah. Right, okay.
And they just sick of me. They got that look. And here's what bothers me about them. They look at you, they don't understand what you're saying, but instead of being humble enough to go, I don't understand this language, they look at you like you're not funny.
Wait a minute.
Instead of going, I don't know what he's really saying, but they have a look of
this is awful. And I gave him a French accent, but it's all of them. All Czechoslovakians and just their money's worth something here now, and they're just arrogant. And they just show up at different shows just to have an experience. But that crowd was ridiculous. That particular night, the crowd was, I don't know what was wrong with them. A Friday night, they just were happy to be there.
They were loving you. And the other thing is you sit the whole time now. Patrice sits on a stool.
The hell, are you Cosby now? What did you do?
Hold on a minute.
I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you why.
He sits on a stool, and I'm sitting there in the audience, and I'm amazed by that he could hold court at this place, Comics, which is a nice comedy club, and he sits on a stool for over an hour and just has the crowd in his hand. That's amazing to me.
I started doing that from depression. but I couldn't afford not to do comedy. So when I was depressed, I just sat down and started talking.
It's like, screw it, I'm just going to sit here and talk, and if they like it.
But he didn't get up once. He got up to leave the stage. And I found that amazing. I really did. That makes it harder, I'm thinking, because you can't really work the room and do the pacing and, you know what I mean, and get a little energy going. You just sat, and that just shows people how strong your material is.
It was good, man. I had a good time. I was happy to see them.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
you and Sweetie Puss could have came by one of these days.
It's in the Bahamas.
No, not when I was there.
No, this was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then the other observation, now I know how you feel when you're doing stuff for an Opie and Anthony crowd, because I'm sitting in a Patrice O'Neal crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There was only a few O&A people.
Not many O&A people there. You know.
It was only a few.
And then this is where I was leading to, friends just on the show, because then kind of hanging out on the sidewalk, and you and your lovely lady, thanks for coming by, and then you guys kind of just walk off. We should have ate together or something, I'm thinking. But no, neither one of us knew what to do.
Let me tell you how.
It was like awkward.
Let me tell you how I'm worse right now. Eating didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, I didn't think maybe we should. I did the goodbyes, the 40 hugs. Everybody got 40 hugs.
Right.
Yeah.
And Opie got 41. 41, I made sure he was the last hug. Lindsay had a hey thing with my girl for about a good 5 minutes. Lindsay's like, how can you take that? And then like, bye. And then they just say goodbye. And
then they sauntered off. We sauntered off, and we both wanted the same thing, food. I'm thinking I got to walk around with a microphone in front of me, and then we'd all feel more comfortable.
That's a damn shame.
Because
damn shame, man.
Because human beings outside this with these microphones, it's very uncomfortable.
It's just
for
a
everybody.
Professional relationship.
Yeah,
that comes off.
I
as
don't really believe that, to be honest with you. I think you had a long night and you want to be with your girl. That's fine. Next time we're gonna eat though. We've been saying this forever. We're gonna eat again. We ate one time. We had a great time.
We was in the meatpacking district, so there was plenty of meat somewhere.
Lots to eat.
They're all about meat in the meatpacking district.
That was a good night, man. I was happy. That's actually a good memory. I'm glad you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Well, I haven't seen you since, and I got it. Like I said, I haven't seen your comedy in a while, and wow, man, wow.
Thank you, sir.
You had the room, the standing ovation.
I'm gonna have to check out the Patrice O'Neal.
It was quite impressive.
Yeah.
And I love comedians like you that will make it up as you go along, for the most part. Like, you're brave enough to go, you know what? I'm feeling good, and I got something here. I'm going to just go with it. You went off on some tangents that had them in the laughing in the aisles.
Well, thank you, sir. That was nice of you. Appreciate that.
How was Atlantis, Anthony?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Had a great time, yeah. Great weather the whole time. It's just so nice down there. You just don't want to come back.
Isn't Atlantis kind of scumbaggy, though?
No.
It's not exclusive anymore.
No, there's this place there called the Cove now. The Cove at Atlantis.
And that's where the special people go.
And that's the place. Because that's where, they kick the kids out. There's a special area you go to with its own pool. There's blackjack tables like right at the bar next to the pool, so you don't even got to go to the casino to lose your money.
Oh, damn.
And
wait, I heard to lose your money.
Yeah,
Is that a bad one?
Oh, yeah.
How bad?
The dealers should be charged with rape.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. There's
Wow, really?
1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in between
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Well, you got to let the folks out there know, in general terms. I know you don't like to get specific, but give them something they can understand.
Probably a year's salary for someone that works at McDonald's.
How about you bought a new Toyota and just drove it in the lake?
Yeah.
Told everybody, watch this.
That's pretty much it. Drove it into the ocean, waited for high tide for the thing to just float out to sea.
Toyota.
There you go. So you had
drove it into the lake. That's pretty much
so
it.
You took a hit. You took a hit down there.
Yeah. I've never seen dealers pull out more blackjacks than this time around ever in my life.
Yeah.
When do you quit? When do you go, all right, I lost enough?
Usually, I use the force. I just kind of get the feeling like things are turning and you got to leave.
The force would be Keith the cop, but
Keith
he wasn't around
there
to stop you. Usually has a guy around to stop him. Like,
now, let me tell you,
to go home.
You didn't take Keith with you?
No, why am I taking Keith?
I mean, he would have just been all right.
Nah, or Keith.
Is that expensive? That's not that expensive of a trip just to go.
No, I ain't gonna take Keith. I'm taking Keith. Me and Jill.
Keith and his woman. Just let him stay
Keith used to be your friend, remember?
He's still my friend.
I mean, a couple months ago,
He's
you
like
guys
my
were pals.
personal assistant.
Remember Supercar Weekend? You guys were like Starsky and Hutch.
Personal assistant.
Now he's that. Oh, the help.
Now when JN comes in, it's just like
he's the help.
JN.
Don't need you folding my socks, dear gentlemen.
Could you just leave?
Is he still cleaning your underwear at least?
Of course he is.
All right.
Goes in, does my laundry.
Anthony's trying to desperately hold on to regular guyness.
He gets paid well.
You took a right turn on Better Than You Street. Better than you. You took a right turn, and you trying to, from time to time, you look over at one of the guys' street, and they like, "Hey, Anthony!" It's like, roll the windows up.
Kind of keep going.
So blackjack tables right at the pool?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep. I had a pretty,
right at the pool bar and all that? Right there. Oh, boy.
I had a pretty good bet. I wasn't betting crazy. I couldn't get any traction at all. Usually, if you could get a little traction at the beginning, when you sit down and build up a little pile, then you could play it. I really wasn't getting any. They were just raping me.
It helps the nerves if you can win early.
Yeah, you win a little early, and then you're at the table. You could pull back a little. You could then kind of change your bets up a little more. It's a lot easier when you win at the beginning than when you're fighting the whole way.
So this little place, do you have to you have to pay to get in there, or is this a place where adults go to escape?
That's it.
But it's not a place where you pay already and then you're just in the cove.
Nope, you make reservation at the cove. You got to get a wristband to go to the pool area. You can't go into the pool area if you
you
don't
make
have a
reservation
wristband.
to go to the cove. You got to
you reserve at the cove.
And what time was you gambling? Like, what time is gambling time?
Usually after dinner, so 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, so the pool is open.
Oh no, I wasn't. Not the pool table, the casino. They actually have a casino there. But during the day, I wasn't gambling during the day until the last day we were there. I didn't even realize there were blackjack tables there. So I
Thank God.
Thank
God
I know
you.
exactly.
Thank God.
So it was all about like this one situation that happened. I had a 21, not a blackjack, but I pulled a 21, and the dealer's got a 4 showing, pulls over, turns over that 10. 14, and then just hits a 7.
But you're thinking, I'm looking real good.
Yeah, of course. When the dealer's showing a 14, you got 21.
Anyone would think, all right, I got this.
You're looking good. There's the 7. So we push.
And they have to hit on anything lower than 15, right?
No, it's 16. They got to hit. 17. They got to stay.
17. They stay, right?
So I go, you know something? Let's let it ride. So boom, boom. I got a couple of kings out there. So now I'm holding a 20.
So on a push, you're now sitting pretty with a 20?
Now I'm sitting with a 20.
Oh, my God.
Dealer, another 21.
Oh, my God.
Pulls out 2 21s in a row and takes, and that was the way everything went.
How much did that cost you, that hand?
That was like a couple of grand.
Oh, my
God.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good hand.
That's a tough way to lose right there.
The big hands, I was losing on all the big hands. When I pull back, I'd win a little bit here and there, but the big bets would take a dump. So, but it really it wasn't about the crazy gambling like it usually is when I go to any place. With
because you're in love.
Well, as Patrice says, JN.
JN was there, baby.
Was there, so.
And she sees some of that future money going out the window. She's like, is this necessary? See, back in the day, you gambled, you had nothing to live for.
Nothing to live for.
That's sort of what I was getting at. And Anthony doesn't want to show all his cards yet in front of the new lady.
He's just trying to hang in there. You have one last bit of Freon left in that air conditioning. Mind of yours. There's one last.
This is it for Anthony.
There's a screw left
This is it.
from back of the refrigerator when he used to fix the cooling system. You just like, I'm not going to. That whole saying, remember where you came from. That saying is stupid. It's based on, look, remember where you came from so you don't have to ever go back there. It's not like remember where you came from so I can just, I grew up with roaches, so let me have a pet roach just so I can get down to earth. Forget it.
Hey, did you run into Eddie, the coconut man?
No, I didn't go to that side of the beach. I stayed by the Cove. The Cove's got a great beach.
That was scumbag days. That was regular guy.
That's regular guy place.
This guy has been
regular guy.
This guy has been making coconut drinks down there for who knows.
The beach at the Cove there had to be 3 people on it, and it's all nice and sandy. They don't have like the big rocks like the other beach. The other beach sucked.
Yeah, I hated it pretty much. That's why I've never gone back. I think the place is amazing, but the beach sucks.
Now
I got to check out this new side.
That place is the place.
Fresh, like right out the ocean fish, all kind of crazy
good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Grouper fish.
Food.
They got big grouper fish and grouper. Is it not grouper?
Yeah.
What's the one that they call the poor man's lobster? I don't know. Anyway, there's one. Anyway, they have those big giant the fish that look like Edward G. Robinson.
They look like Edward G. Robinson.
Those are groupers.
Those are groupers, right?
Yeah, they're just massive. They're as big as that couch.
Oh, they're crazy. But so you were just having.
You don't even know how they're still floating in the water.
Yeah, the restaurants are great. It was a good time, man. We
and college girls aplenty, huh?
Oh, there were college girls that were celebrating their graduation by getting so intoxicated. It was hysterical to watch. They're all in their bikinis dancing with some of these Bahama girls that were, they were in bikinis with their big fat asses.
Some guy twirling a 2-edged torch.
The DJ's
like Hawaii.
The DJ's spinning, and these girls
in the Caribbean.
Girls are drinking, and they're going to the bar. They keep going back and getting drinks that were just multicolored. Drinking green stuff, red stuff, blue stuff, and they're just slamming them and dancing on the couches and the tables and just getting hammered. I'm looking.
You and JN was just sitting there, just laughing at the kids.
Just laughing, looking, going. They are going to be vomiting, projectile vomiting.
5 years
like
ago, he looked at
hours.
that and was like, "Oh God, look at these young delicious."
Well, that's right.
Now he's like, "Look at the crazy kids, right, boo?
Look at the boo."
That's what I said to Anthony in the office. I said 2 months ago you would have joined him. And now you're watching
sitting
from
on the
afar
beach with a martini bucket and 2 straws. The love martini bucket. Just looking at him, go, look at the children. Jay.
What are they doing?
All right, listen, we got to take our first break.
Kids.
We'll talk more about the Bahamas, Atlantis. Yeah. Also, we got to talk about Imus messing up again.
Yeah.
So they're saying. We got the audio. We're going to play it.
This is just silly.
I think it's. I don't know I don't know what to think.
I don't know either.
We'll get into that after the break. And the great George Carlin died yesterday. And
you're kidding?
We're off the air the day George Carlin dies. Are you kidding me? He was a true friend of the show. We met him back at NEW, 8 years ago, something like that, and he did our show over the years. And he's just a great, great guy. Always interesting when he came in to talk to us. And he was just here a mere few months ago.
In regular news, I was talking to somebody in regular news. They was like, they're not covering his death enough.
Hell no, they're not.
But they are though.
Hell no, they're not. This Tim Russert, I'm sure he was a nice guy, but George Carlin was way bigger than Tim Russert
to us. But to the regular comedians are looked at as bums, and for him to even look, Richard Jeni didn't even get. I don't know if he was even on TMZ when he died. But let's be honest.
Don't compare George Carlin to.
I'm not comparing George Carlin.
I mean Richard Jeni to George Carlin.
I'm saying George Carlin, for the news to cover the way they did, even that was big for a comedian.
Yeah,
dude.
For a comedian,
from a cultural standpoint, George Carlin was one of the biggest ever.
He's
the
my
crap he
second
did.
Best ever. Him and Pryor, and that's it.
Oh, you have to go with the black guy first.
Comedy's dead now. Comedy's dead.
I said it yesterday. George Carlin was the greatest comedian I've ever seen live.
He was second.
Who did you see? You saw Pryor? I'm saying saw live in an audience.
Well, Pryor was sick by the time I could ever see him. I mean, he
was Carlin the greatest guy you saw live?
I never seen Carlin live either.
Okay. Who was the greatest comedian you ever saw live then?
Just laughing at Boy George having to clean up, and he's throwing the dirt at the camera people that are filming him.
Yeah, he's had it. Well, think about that, Patrice. We're going to go to...
Yeah, that's a good question.
We're going to talk about George Carlin all morning long as well. We got a clip here. Carlin on death. It's perfect for today.
Creepy.
You'd appreciate this. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Listen to this.
Jeez, I hope I don't die. Oh, by the way, you're all going to die. I didn't mean to remind you of it, but it is on your schedule. Won't come when you want. It's always off a little. What, now, here on the freeway? Mm-hmm. Thought surely I'd be home lying down. Some people think cacking out means to go to sleep. Dying. The big cackaroo. We're all going to go. When will it be? You know, it should be, instead of sort of a fear thing, it should be sort of fun. Kind of the next big adventure. We're going to find out where we go. That's what we've all been talking about. Where the hell do you go? I don't know. You must go somewhere, maybe. Phil has an idea. I know, I heard Phil. But where do you go? I don't know. You're going to find out. Hope it isn't nowhere, man. Think you go where you think you're going to go. Whatever you dwell on. Did you ever hear those guys? Oh, don't pray for me. Don't waste your prayers on me. I'm going to hell. He is. If Monty Hall dies, he'll probably go behind door number 4. What do you think? Suicide is for people who can't wait to find out where the hell it is here. People say maybe you come back. Reincarnation. Do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem mathematically possible to me, man. Because at one time, all we had on the earth was 6 people, you know. I avoid 2 because it's controversial. 6 people, 6 souls. Cool. They died, souls went back to the place. 6 new people, souls. Whew. Still 6 souls. Now we have 4 billion people claiming to have souls. Someone is printing up souls. And it lowers their value, you know.
Hey, good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Really quick, a little inside, but that's fine. I'll help out everyone. If you're, writing instant feedback, we get so much instant feedback, we can only, scan this stuff. So, please, if you're writing into us, make sense. With that, I read this instant feedback. Jesus Opie, Porsche? Does Victoria's Secret have a hooker aisle?
What does that mean, dummy?
What the F does that mean?
What does that mean, you idiot?
All I know is we were talking about Anthony's trip to Atlantis. Mm-hmm. We were talking about George Carlin a little bit.
Yeah.
We were talking about Patrice and his great stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And this comes in. What are you talking about?
People actually think they're making sense, or that we're in on some inside joke that they're doing. I don't know what that means.
I have no idea. Phone number 877-212-ONA. So, Patrice, the greatest comedian you ever saw live. You were in the audience, or you're at the side of a stage, or you're waiting to go on after him or before him.
Why bother? Yakov Smirnoff. End the story.
The best comic I ever seen. This is a weird thing. For me, like I said, it's Pryor, Carlin, and then people can fight for third. I don't,
Yeah.
The best live comic I ever seen was Dennis Wolfberg.
Oh, God.
I know that sounds just ridiculous, but I used to work at a comedy club.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, and Dennis Wolfberg.
Yeah, sure.
I to this day, I never seen a better professional comedian. But
wow,
not anything in my heart, but just watching a guy work. That's what I'm saying. I know it's a big drop off from like the best. Like the best I've ever in my life. And the reason Carlin's 2 and Pryor, they're really 1 and 1A. You know what I mean? It's that Pryor, I thought he was godly funny, meaning if he was just God blessed funny. He
almost didn't need material. He could have just went up there.
He was humble. He just talked about things. He never was preachy. He was poignant without trying to be. And Carlin was as good at communicating. Like anybody who can talk about not believing in God and deal with that uncomfortable. They were amazing, both the same in their certain way. But I just think Pryor was. If you could say, okay, that's what funny is, if you see it, that's Pryor.
You know, you brought up a good point in there somewhere. There's a lot of comedians that aren't funny. They have a funny act, but they're not funny people. Richard Pryor was a funny person. George Carlin was a funny person. There are guys, and I'm not going to name names because that just wouldn't be cool. But fun. But we're lucky enough to get a lot of the comedians rolling through our studio, and there are a lot of them. Not a lot. There's a bunch of them that aren't funny. They have a funny act though. They have figured out how to get an hour, 45 minutes of stuff that when they're doing it on the stage, you look at that person and go, wow, that's a funny person. No, it's a funny act. As a person though, he's not funny.
Aren't funny. But
there's a lot. There's a bunch of them out there.
You're lucky enough to be around a lot of comics who are funny, and just because whether you think they're funny or not doesn't matter. Like there's some dudes that I don't think are funny, but I know they're funny dudes. Like funny is a part of their life. Like they love being around something that makes them they're fun.
Right.
You know, most of the guys, man, and a lot of comics just you go funny. This is not something you have to do. This is something you decided to do. And that's why bad comics make me sick, is because I never watched Pryor and I never watched Carlin. People go, did they influence you? I go, no. I didn't watch Carlin and Pryor and go, I can do that. I watched them and went, oh, my God, this is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So I always said I would have did comedy with or without them because they didn't influence me to go do that.
Sure.
So it's like these guys now, again, nameless, you just go, I'm just as funny as.
Well, what I hate, what I hate is if I go to Caroline's and I see someone that is coming through and it's been 6 months, 8 months, and they're doing word for word the exact same set they did the last time.
How can you do that?
They do it though. That's why I brought up seeing you to start this show today. It was amazing.
How can you?
Because it was a completely different set. Anthony, who was the greatest comedian you ever saw live?
Ever saw live?
Not on TV. You're in the audience and you're just there.
Yeah, probably Carlin. Back, at Westbury Music Fair back in Jesus Christ, probably 83 or something like that.
In the round.
Yeah. In the round.
George Carlin in the round with his old ass looking at you every once in a while.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got Mr. Imus in a bit of trouble this morning. Getting coverage all over the place, man. All over the place.
What do you think? Fired or so completely fired?
I don't know what to think of this one. I don't know. Because I think... the first time it screwed up, I still don't see it. Sorry, I don't. Yeah. They've been playing that clip all morning long. We're not allowed to play it on radio, even though we're trying to discuss this like a news station would discuss it.
Yeah, they play it on the news.
But if we play it on our radio show, they'll dump out of it, and then we'll have to have a meeting, and who needs that when you want to get, out of the city right after the show? But I don't know. I think this one, if he's explaining it one way, but I think this is worse how can I explain this? Patrice, help me out. Like he said, let's just play it. We'll start.
All right.
This is what Imus said yesterday.
Defensive back Adam Pac-Man Jones, recently signed by the Cowboys. Here's a guy suspended all of 2007 following a shooting in a Vegas nightclub.
Well, stuff happens. You're in a nightclub, for God's sake. What do you think's going to happen at a nightclub? People are drinking and doing drugs.
Yeah.
There are women there, and then people have guns. So, go ahead.
Well, he's been arrested 6 times since being drafted by Tennessee in 2005.
What color is he?
He's African American.
Oh, well, okay, there you go. Okay, now we know.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
Now, he's claiming that he said that because, well, they're arresting him a lot because he's black.
I think he's being sarcastic. I hear a lot of sarcasm, especially in that first part where he's talking about, well, you know, what do you expect? You go into a club and people are drinking and there's girls there and guns, you're going to have shootings. What's the problem? Like he's doing this whole, as a matter of factly kind of a, hey, yeah, the club? Well, of course, there's going to be gunfire. What are you, crazy? And then he goes into the thing, what color is he? He's black. Well, of course, sure he is. What? Like I catch a lot of sarcasm in what he's saying here. Well, I don't think it's going to be picked up like that, especially with the likes of Al Sharpton.
Right. Patrice?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man.
I'm kind of there with you. I'm right in the middle.
Like,
you know what?
Like I always, the first thing I always do is put myself in a bad spot. I put myself in the spot of the dude that's not trying to get fired.
Right.
He's an old man trying his best not to get fired.
Right.
The old school incident, he was not an old man trying not to get fired. So he's probably not gonna make a racial. It's possible he was trying to say, well, they're bugging him because he's black. That could have been an indictment on society.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that's going deep.
It's amazing. They're spinning it that way immediately. They've already put out a statement that said that's what he meant. It's
possible he's like, well, he's black and people are going to bother him because he's been arrested 6 times because he's a black guy that hangs out at bars and he's a professional athlete. They're bothering him. If I had said it, I don't know if that would have. They might have took it like that. But again, he has a history.
A history? Yeah.
I say this. The Democratic nominee for president of the United States is a black man. So anything goes now. I'm just going to say whatever he wants. Screw it.
Here we go.
Whitey gets a pass.
And we're off. In this corner. And here we go. It only took 40 minutes today.
I'm kidding. Come on.
You will be exhausted like I will.
No, I'm teasing, of course.
The point I guess I was trying to make, if with Imus's history, like Patrice said, why wouldn't you make that perfectly clear? Like, wouldn't you have a filter in your head the whole time? Like, oh my God, I almost got fired for being, a racist, blah, blah, blah. I just said this controversial thing. I know I meant because he's black.
Right.
He's getting arrested and they're bothering him a lot. Maybe I should tell people that after that statement.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, there you go.
Imus is not, look, again.
I would have made it perfectly clear is what I'm saying.
How old is he, 80?
He's about George Carlin's age.
He's an old guy.
Yeah.
And another thing, this is all I'm saying is just like, you have to believe that he's a complete liar to not, accept anything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe he's dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's an old man, and sometimes you ever have inner dialogue where you're just not listening to anything but yourself, and then you have a quiet conversation with yourself, and you're sitting there like the dude is reading the thing, and he's on, and then he goes, you get shot at them, because he goes, what's wrong with going to the thing there? And then he's like, in his mind, he's just still going, boy, was he, in his mind, this is a question he asked himself. What color was he? What color is this guy? And evidently he don't know who the hell Pac-Man Jones is to even ask what color Pac-Man Jones is.
You know what? He knows who Pac-Man Jones is. Do you think Imus knows and knew he was black before he even asked that question?
He worked on a sports station for way too long not to pick up a thing.
So if he knew that black Pac-Man Jones was black,
he had to have known.
Then there could be an issue. Well,
they had to have known. Because like us, I mean, you're reading the papers in the morning. So, I mean, if that was the story of the day, there's probably a picture of the guy.
Of him.
Come on.
I'm trying to figure out immediately how it can't be racist in certain situations.
Yeah. Kind of trying to...
And that's the thing about the damn president, again, why I want a black president, so that I can allow white people to have an opinion about a black president.
Well,
black presidential candidate. Right now, if white people have an opinion about him, I just immediately go, you're racist.
Well, right.
Imus discussed this already on his show. We're getting the audio, so he discussed it and he's moving on. But we'll play what he.
Really?
What
He's
he
moving
meant.
on. Well, wow. A lot of balls there to just move on there, Mr. Imus.
Move on from this whole thing here.
Let's move on. I said I'm sorry. He apologized like a black woman.
No.
I said I was sorry.
We got Imus in the studio here.
What is what color is he?
Black.
Ah, that's right. He's a yeah. Gotta bleep myself because sometimes I say stupid things, and I get the all up my. So I gotta watch what I say.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Mr. Imus.
Pac-Man was yellow, not black. Yeah, baby.
Mr. Imus?
Yeah.
Reverend Al Sharpton's going to have a statement in the next couple of days. He's going to look into this latest faux pas.
He could kiss my black ass is what he could do. Yeah. Oh, shut up, jerk.
You don't have a black ass.
No, he does. Big fat ass. That's what I call him. At home with the doors shut. The lights out. Soundproof room. I have my room that I go into.
Is that known as...
It's the room that I just go into and scream that word over and over again.
Well, other people would call it a panic room, sir.
It's completely soundproofed.
Yeah.
And after every day, I go in and just scream the word over and over again as loud as I can. Yeah.
In your panic room.
Yeah, a panic room.
Because if you said it in public, there'd be a lot of panic.
Yeah. I do call it the room, though.
Yeah, I understand. No. I'm just cleaning it up for you so you don't get in more trouble.
It's Imus. It's not Anthony. You can't get in trouble doing this voice.
You're speaking of characters.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty funny.
What?
Does my garage say dead Pac-Man storage? Because storing dead Pac-Man ain't my business, Jules.
Wow.
It's going to happen if my wife comes home. I'm going to get divorced.
Yeah.
I don't want to get divorced. You got to call some people.
You're on Pop Culture. A movie from what? How long ago was that movie? The Iron Man's on.
Yeah.
Let it be known that the black man is feeding Imus some lines for this bit.
What?
You. Thank you.
No, it's fine. It's I'm quoting Pulp Fiction.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, baby. Take your foot off the... that Quentin. He uses that word a lot.
He likes that word.
Certainly does.
Jesus Christ. I think you like that word too, Mr. Imus.
Yeah, I love using it.
Yeah.
So I go into my panic room. It's a panic. Never invited anybody in there. And I yell that word so loud and so clear. And I have a few pictures up in there. Reverend Al.
Right.
Yeah, and I yell at him all the time.
Mr. Imus, there's a great line coming in from Steve from Bayshore, but I'm too scared to even say it.
Really?
Because they're listening to us right now. But you know, Pac-Man is a video game.
Yeah.
Old school video game. There might be another old school video game out there that we could reference with.
Donkey Kong.
Well, I wasn't going to.
How's your Donkey Kong? I used to say that all the time. How's your Donkey Kong?
Right.
Yeah. I did hear that Reverend Al is very upset with me, and he's going to be throwing barrels at me.
No, he's not. That's not what he does.
No?
Do.
Sorry. I apologize for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said that. Come on. There's some coming in that are just completely off limits. God, I hope Obama wins. I can say all this stuff. Free reign? What do you think?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
No.
You don't see those mainstream media using the N-word.
Oh my God!
Worse.
What are you
going back to just saying it instead of saying the N-word?
Hell no!
It'd be much worse.
All right, listen, we got to take
It'd
another
be
break.
much worse.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Imus explanation after the break.
Yeah.
We got Patrice O'Neill sitting in for Jim Norton today. You promoting anything there?
I'll be at the Houston Improv on July 4th, 5th, and 6th.
You're doing the improv tour.
Houston, Texas?
Houston, Texas.
Be careful. They don't like down there.
What, they don't like Pac-Mans?
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm sorry I said that. I apologize that I said that.
All right, we're going to go to break with the FU line. We'll continue.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 6 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, I want to give a big FU to my wife for wrecking our truck on the first day of our vacation. I bust my ass all year long just to freaking have 1 week of peace. And on the first day of our vacation, you had to go and rear-end a tractor trailer. You stupid bitch.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to give a big FU to my soon-to-be ex-husband who can't keep an effing job and is a pathological liar, who's off and on the goddamn wagon, making empty promises and making my house foreclosed. F you!
Next message.
Hey, I'd like to give a big FU to Mitchell. You ate all my food.
Next message.
I'd like to send a big FU out to the fat that didn't give me the job. I hope you get a yeast infection and die in a fire.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to give a big FU to the Little League coaches here in Gillette because they suck. We were winning 11-0. Coach pulls my kid after 3 innings and we lose 11-13. I want to give a big FU to all the Gillette suckers. Later.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to leave a big FU to my ex-girlfriend. You gained 30 pounds in a year and you expect me to you sloppy bitch. Go yourself, you. Goodbye.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
How's everybody this morning? On this 2 for Tuesday.
Ugh. Twofers.
We got a twofer from the Black Crowes on your home of rock and roll.
Ah, shut up.
877-212-0-A. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Getting back into it. Took yesterday off. All hell broke loose because we took a day off, by the way.
What happened?
They're bitching and complaining everywhere.
Why? Jesus.
Because we took a day off.
Oh, perish the thought. We take a day.
You know, as far as the radio show goes, we don't take a lot of time off.
Not as much as other radio shows.
I can't tell you how many times over the years management has actually come to us and went, you guys need to, take some vacation time.
Yeah. Take some days.
I think officially we get anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks a year off. I think it's close to 6 weeks.
I remember the time when the boss told us to take 2 years off.
I think that's why we don't take a lot of time off in general.
Yeah, we're afraid.
If we're away from the studio too long, we just assume they're, hosing the area down, getting it ready for the next morning's zoo.
Slappy and Wappy show.
So relax,
exactly.
We're back. But next week we won't be. Next week we got a short week.
What?
Oh, we're heading toward the 4th of July weekend, my friend.
That's true. Yes.
And see, we're smart because they're giving us the 4th off. Mm-hmm. So then we're taking only a couple days around that, and then we still can take a real vacation later this summer.
Yeah. See, we just take a few days.
Right.
It's not a vacation, it's a few days.
Officially, we're taking 2 days off next week, but that means we're missing 3 shows.
Right. Hey, it's summer. Leave us alone.
Exactly. Yesterday, though, not yesterday, Friday, was almost the end of the Opie and Anthony show.
What happened?
Well, you left early.
All right.
To catch a plane. What are you laughing at, Patrice?
The setup made me laugh.
What?
I'm just waiting for what y'all got to say.
Yeah. Well, Anthony left early. He had to catch a flight to Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Tippy Tom, our homeless friend.
Oh, what did he say now?
Huh?
This is
he didn't say
awful.
Anything.
It was awful.
And he wasn't the homeless guy that got us in trouble. That was homeless Charlie, who I think the government killed because we haven't seen him since.
That's true.
We haven't seen homeless Charlie since. We saw him one day He was a huge fan of the show. We've never talked about this. Let's talk about this for a second.
He's walking around. I know he's doing.
Dude, homeless Charlie.
Last time you seen him, an Indian threw a water fountain through a window and was running down.
Yeah. Let me set this up though. Homeless Charlie also met us outside XM. He was cracking us up. Huge fan of the show, even though he was homeless. He comes up and he gives us an hour of amazing radio. Some people were saying he was like the homeless version of Richard Pryor. The guy had wit and he was quick and he was just da.
Yeah.
He said some crazy things that got us suspended for 30 days.
Mm-hmm. He made some type of sexual threats against certain female world leaders and dignitaries.
And stupid us, we thought that we can't possibly get in trouble for this. It's the rantings of a madman.
Rantings of a homeless guy. Why couldn't you just let this guy go off and give people a little window inside of what goes on in a homeless guy's mind?
And we assumed everyone would understand that, but of course they don't understand that because they're just out there, these breitbarts.
Our assumptions stink.
And the rest of them, Politico. Politico's the new one that got Imus all this attention today. They saw it a different way, and they tried to get us fired, and thank God we didn't get fired, but we did get suspended for 30 days. The point being, though, Homeless Charlie, huge fan of the show, we haven't seen him since, so I'm starting to think the CIA kind of took him out.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah, I think he's...
Oh, they cut out his brain!
I have no idea what happened to Homeless Charlie. We haven't seen him since. No one has seen him since. I just need to know the guy is still out there being homeless and stuff.
Maybe the government relocated him.
You think that's
what... It was the part of the relocation program. A black van just pulled up. They threw him in and speeds off. You're never seen or heard from again.
By the way, who is working the filler clips at XM today?
That'd be Butcher.
Oh, boy.
Butcher, you are so fired. You are so fired.
Oh, boy. What did he do?
And Steve, you are a dummy.
Oh, boy.
Because what I'm setting up here is a clip that they just played over at XM as filler. Why would they throw that in as filler? Why would they throw that in as filler?
Oh.
I just need people around me that understand how radio works. We're going to be replaying this today, you dummies.
What was it?
So now I apologize to the XMers, because we have to play this.
They just heard it?
They just heard it. Oh, my God, we got dummies that work for us.
What is it? Like, how did they know?
Why would you just... This is way too inside, trust.
Oh, boy.
This is like Radio 101. Radio 101 crap. You just don't throw this, like, this radio gold out there while we're in a commercial break on regular radio. There's a whole thing that comes with it. We got Anthony back in studio for the first time since we did that.
Oh, so they played that?
Yes! Stunt Brain, how long have you been working in radio?
Christ.
Help me out here, because people are sick of me bitching and complaining, but...
20 years.
Radio 101.
Yeah. It's obvious what happened Friday was going to be replayed and relived when Anthony returned.
Right.
Because we had, I even read the emails saying that it's going to be replayed.
And you saw some new equipment in the studio.
Yes, I'm very happy to have...
We're still setting it up for the people that haven't heard it.
Yeah.
So where's Steve? Why would Steve allow this to happen?
My prediction, Steve blames the entire thing on Butcher.
But he's the executive producer.
Yeah, but
Steve, why is
watch.
Butcher playing what we're about to play here with Anthony in the studio?
I completely agree with you, and we've had a system in place for months. Why that system can't function, I don't
Get him off the board. I'm dead serious.
I understand. And
have him make fucking coffee.
Oh, geez. The language.
Have him make coffee.
Fine.
We need someone that understands the basic ABCs of radio.
We've even got fail-safes
We're in the radio
place.
battle of our lives.
Oh, we've got fail-safes in place. The fail-safes aren't paying attention, and I'm looking at the fail-safe right now. Why?
Tell him to take a cooking class. He can make breakfast for us every morning.
Oh,
we'll get some hot plates, and he can make omelets. Holy!
It'll get done.
We have 20 guys working behind the scenes. Get one that understands what we're about.
It'll get done.
Stunt Brain is shaking his head. He understands exactly what I'm talking about.
It shouldn't have been played. You
don't just throw that crap out there like, here it is, blah. So I apologize to the X-Hammers, but I got to go down this road. I have to do this. even though you just heard this. But at least now you'll get a little something because Anthony's back and he could comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get him off the board.
Yep.
I'm serious. If he's just throwing that crap in there, he doesn't know what he's doing. Sorry, Butcher, you don't know what you're doing. You work hard, but you don't know what you're doing. Anyway, Anthony left early.
Yep. And I was listening.
And Tippy Tom was in studio. And I was thinking that, that it would be fun to have Tippy Tom sit where Anthony sits.
I was listening to the show, and I knew that was going to happen. At first, you invited Tippy Tom to sit somewhere else. So, Tom, why don't you sit? Oh, I heard you go, Tom, why don't you take a seat? And then you said on the bleachers, in the middle of the bleachers.
Right.
Because we have a live audience over there.
Right.
And it was packed, and Tippy Tom smells pretty bad. And it was upsetting to the people, so it's funny to us. But at that point, I thought you were going to tell him to sit in my chair. So I'm listening, going, oh, whew, okay, skate at that time. Then I heard, oh, wait a minute, I got an idea or something, and I knew it was coming. I went, oh no, here's where they put a stinky homeless guy, and I can't describe the smell, people. You ever walk by, you're walking down a sidewalk, and there's bushes on the side, and you know that there's a dead animal in those bushes because it's that pungent smell of death? That's what Tom smells like on a good day. And I knew he was going to sit that funky ass down in my chair and then start fumbling with my accoutrement.
Well, what describes the smell perfectly is the fact that, like you said, we have bleachers, and we had a full house. We had standing room only. There was 20, 30 people standing around. Where Tom was sitting on the bleachers, people refused to sit in that section of the bleachers.
Yeah.
So, there was easily 10 to 12 spots that people could have been sitting, but they chose not to because the smell was that bad.
He has a smell force field around him.
Right.
That no one can penetrate.
We could put a picture up of Tippy Tom on ONARadio.com. You could smell him by just looking at the picture.
Yeah.
It's there. You took it on Friday. It's in Opie's eye, but I'll move it.
All right, very good. So anyway, I decided that Tippy needed to sit in Anthony's chair because Anthony, went home early.
Yeah.
And, Tippy Tom's disgusting, but Anthony really finds him disgusting.
I don't like him getting closer than probably 15 feet to me.
Right.
If he gets within that 15-foot range, I scream. I tell Keith to move him. I get him out of the way. I get up and move. I don't like him being around me because the smell. And you know something? I'm not a fan of things like head lice, rickets,
emphysema,
whatever else he's got. Shingles.
The ninja.
The ninja.
He might have the ninja.
He might have the ninja.
He says he doesn't have the ninja, but yeah. But anyway, here's the moment where we decided to have Tippy Tom sit in Anthony's chair. And by the reaction, you can tell that this is not a good idea.
And also,
if you know the show and if you know Anthony, you know this was not a good idea.
And I'm listening, and it's really a horrible feeling to listen to this and be powerless to do anything about it. Like, I wasn't in the studio. I'm in my vehicle. I'm driving, listening, and horrified that this is going on.
Even when Tippy Tom comes in this huge studio we're broadcasting from now, Anthony will run all the way over to where E-Rock sits. He just doesn't want anything to do with Tippy Tom. So for Tippy Tom sitting in his chair, not good.
Just him sitting in the chair would have been the worst thing ever. And then it just got progressively worse.
I got an idea, Tippy. How you doing? I got this idea. It might be a little crazy. I don't know. But Anthony had to leave the show early today. He's going down to the Bahamas with Phil Nicolini.
Oh, that's good news.
Why don't you come on in here, Tippy?
Goddamn, Tom. He's so upbeat. Poor bastard. That's good news.
That's good news. It might be a little crazy. I don't know. But Anthony had to leave the show early today. He's going down to the Bahamas with Phil Nicolini.
Oh, that's good news.
Why don't you come on in here, Tippy? Come on in, Tippy.
Listen to the effing crowd.
Tippy is a man. Tippy, I want you. This is great news. I want you to sit. I want you to sit in Anthony's chair. Yeah, the big comfy chair. Make yourself comfortable, Tippy.
Talking.
Let's hear it for Tippy Tom sitting in Anthony's chair.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anthony.
It's the Tippy.
Cleaned up just for you.
Tippy, it's the Opie and Tippy Tom show. Beautiful. Here you go. There's your mic. Why don't you try out some of the Yeah, Tippy.
Hey, it's my new song.
Wait, play that whistle for everybody.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it right.
There you go.
Playing my whistle.
There you go. Tippy Tom. Sitting in Anthony's seat. By the way, the video's up on YouTube. Sam got it up there this morning. The search is Tippy Tom sits in Anthony's chair. I believe we'll link it to onaradio.com as well.
You know what's been in his mouth? Yeah. And he's playing my friggin' slide whistle.
Yeah. And you're listening to this in your car, right?
Yeah, and
you
again,
had to be losing
powerless.
your mind.
I was going crazy. And powerless to do anything about it.
Yeah.
He is such a disturbing individual to have around you. The smell, the sights, knowing that he's constantly reaching and grabbing at himself through those disgusting underwear. And there he is, touching all my stuff. Ugh.
And Anthony finally had it, and he decided to call into the show.
I had to.
Hi, who's this?
We had Tippy Tom answer the phone.
That animal out of my...
No!
The
animal's not here now.
I will never use any of those things again. I want everything disinfected, the entire side of the studio, and I will not sit in that chair. I will
You're out of business now, buddy. You're fired.
Oh my God.
What I don't understand is why you ain't playing no rock and roll around here.
I knew this was going to happen, too. I knew it. The second I left, I'm like, why haven't they sat him in my seat? I know these are going to do that.
He's having a ball over there. He's touching everything.
Yeah! How was a guy like that homeless, man, with the wit he has?
Yeah, that's wit. And he's got other stuff that rhymes with wit in his pants. That's why he's homeless.
Look how homeless he looks in your chair. Look how homeless he looks in your chair. That's
He's
the
so
only way to
poor
describe
and
it.
so homeless.
Get some of these pictures up on onaradio.com for the folks.
He's just a piece of wit.
He certainly is.
And then it continued.
Tom, don't put your mic. Your mouth is not far enough. You have to move your mouth closer to the microphone.
Closer to the mic so he can hear you.
Get closer to the mic, Tom. He can't hear you.
I got the headphones on.
No, but get closer to
Change.
His lips are touching it.
Now I know everything I can't use anymore. The mic, I'm taking the mic off and throwing it in the garbage.
Is your name Mike?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where you been, Mike?
You're in think bomb.
You might think about getting rid of the chair, too.
You started to piss me off, Mike.
It's going to be gone.
Yeah. Why don't you
When I get pissed off, I turn into the Hulk. And I swear to God,
Yeah.
I will come after
He
you.
is turning into the Hulk. Look at his legs are green. Well, have fun with Tippy Tom. I'm going to go to the Bahamas.
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
Throw away everything in that studio.
can I go?
Yeah, you want to go to the Bahamas with me?
Yeah, why not?
Wouldn't that be great? I could just ditch him there and have him swim back.
And you get to enjoy my company.
Hey, Tom.
He is a funny guy.
sitting in your chair doing it, man? Look at him. He looks very comfortable.
Oh, look at him. Yeah. Fantastic.
He knows his way around a microphone. And he's just touching your slide with all your toys.
I know.
I think we got the megaphone here too. We got one more clip to play.
You have to adjust the Pal Talk cameras with that handle right there, because nobody can see.
Well, man, let me spray alone.
No, get rid of that.
Every time he touched something, the audience groaned because they just know how you are.
Yeah.
You know, we don't like dirty, filthy, homeless people to begin with, but you really don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, because nobody can see.
Well, man, let me spray alone.
No, get rid of that. He's even touching the scent things.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Oh, what's this for here?
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Somehow his sound effects are very appropriate.
Hey, right?
That was Rocky Picture Horror Show.
Well, have fun.
Rocky Picture Horror Show.
I gotta go.
Where you going?
Rocky Picture Horror Show.
Where you going? Where you going?
So, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. There's
Well, I'll
Anthony
tell
on
you
his way to
what.
the Bahamas. And that's how it went down.
Rocky Picture Horror Show. What's wrong with it? It's great. He's disgusting and fantastic.
I saw that the boys got you all new toys, and they were waiting for you as soon as you got in today. They were still in their boxes just to prove that they were brand new.
New wacky horn, a much better slide whistle. See?
That one sucks.
No. Look. This is the universal sound of, I like it.
It's more Brady Bunch.
Yeah? Oh, let me see. I can't go fast. It needs some grease. Needs a little Earl.
Needs a little lube. Gotta lube up your whistle.
Gotta lube up my whistle. New bell?
Let's say hi to Tara in Jersey. Tara, what's up?
OMG. Oh, my God. I can't even, you guys answer on the phone. I can't even talk. I need your help.
Why?
Yeah?
I have a lot of men problems, and I can't even believe I'm on the freaking radio. I actually never called you guys ever, and the first time I got through. I've been drinking Heineken since, night.
Oh.
Tastes better. Yeah.
Don't you have work today?
Yeah, I do. But that's not until later. Yeah, I have a job.
You've been up all night drinking Heinekens?
Yeah, I guess for a bit, and now I'm calling you guys.
All right. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I can't sleep because I got men issues.
What's your men issues? We're here to help, and we got Patrice O'Neill here, so he could probably straighten you right out. What's the problem?
No, I can't find a man to actually tame me.
You can't find a man to tame you?
Yeah, I need supervision.
Because you're pretty wild?
I am super independent, and I can't find anybody that can actually stick around and deal with me. And
by super independent, do you mean you're slutty? You have sex with a lot of guys? What do you do? That's
no, actually, I'm very good at it, but I'm very selective, and so many of them want me.
So why do the guys leave you?
Doesn't sound like you should be selective if you're drinking Heinekens all night long. I mean, you do realize it's Tuesday morning, right?
Somebody with me, right?
And what drugs are you on?
I'm nothing.
No, you're on drugs. What drug are you on? This isn't just
anti-drowsiness medication.
What?
Anti-drowsiness medication.
What is anti-drowsy medication?
I don't know. You gotta
also known as
may cause drowsiness.
Also known as coke. Why don't you just say you're on coke?
Oh, I'm not.
Meth.
Anti-drowsy nose powder.
Yeah. This is more than a Heineken buzz.
Like the way it smells. Yeah.
This is more than a Heineken buzz. What's the anti-drowsy medication?
Is it crystal meth?
No, no way. Never touched that.
What is the anti-drowsy medication you're on?
You said it. I'm not incriminating myself.
Oh, coke. All right. Done a little coke.
You said it. I'm not incriminating myself.
But you said it.
You did say it. You couldn't guess it right.
I never said anything. You said it.
You're looking. So let me get this straight. You're looking for a guy that wants to deal with some whore that likes the nose candy and drinking Heinekens all night long on a Monday night.
Are you talking?
Yeah,
are you
no.
talking to Sosa on the other line?
No, I actually closet, and nobody even knows I do that. I dabble here and there, and
I hate to tell you, sweetie, but everyone knows you do it.
Probably.
We knew, and we don't know anything about you. It took us, 2 minutes to know everything
on the
about
phone.
you.
do you think I would actually talk to somebody else and go out in public any other time than this?
No.
So,
Fucking no, but
how are you going to find a man that wants to deal with this crap?
well,
I mean, you could. I'm sure you could find another
And
addict.
she's blaming men for not taming her.
Yeah, for not taming her. What do you need? Do you have a MySpace?
If alligators could speak, I can't find anybody to stop me from swallowing people whole. It's your fault you can't stop me from being a drunk. Hey, maybe it's your fault, beautiful.
Yeah.
it is actually.
Why don't you just
Why
don't you just try to be wanted?
So what are you looking,
Actually,
Tara? Tara, what are you looking
Yeah.
for?
Happiness.
Another half a gram.
Happiness at the bottom of those bottles. Is happiness there? No.
Yeah, you know the Heinekens are an aside. They just take the edge off.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What do you think? We were born yesterday? We know this.
Do you drink two at a time, one in each corner of your mouth? Just.
Okay, so you don't live in a glass house then, right? So you don't throw stones.
Oh boy.
Shut up with that crap.
She's just saying old.
Heck, come on.
Old Testament.
Yeah.
Those who live in glass houses, shut it.
What's your job?
You know, I find that I'm normally, actually, because I'm so effed up right now, and that's a fact, whatever. But other than this,
What do you look like, you animal?
What do I look like?
Yeah. You sound about 40 plus.
Someone is suggesting you need Mike Tyson to tame your ass.
Yeah, he'll do it. A couple of body blows.
How old are you? 40 what?
No, I like it rough, but I don't need a right hook in the face or nothing like that. Yeah.
How old are you?
40 what?
30.
30, so you're about 35. All right, so you're about 35. What's your job? No woman admits their real age, so you're easily 35.
Yeah.
So
See, that's what's fucked up about people, because oh my God, because I can't stand the rest of, like, every moron stupid.
So what you're tired of is people thinking you're 40, but you're really 30?
No, actually, they think, whatever, that's everybody's problem, but actually I go for normally 26. I'm brunette right now, so
there's nothing young about her voice. She's done a lot of damage.
No, you could just hear it.
No, I look my age, and
but you've done a lot of damage, though.
Yeah. What's your job that you're barely hanging on to? What's your job?
She's a mud wrestling referee.
I'm actually I'm going to school for mortuary school.
Mortuary school. Maybe you can find a man there.
A necrophiliac.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good-looking dead guys.
There's a lot of ghouls that hang around the funeral home. I'm talking about the live ones.
It's the only stiff men she'll ever be around.
Yeah. Mortuary school.
Yeah.
Are you drinking
the embalming fluid?
Yeah.
No, it's just something to
I didn't really need
rather
an answer to that.
No, yeah, well, whatever. I guess I'm a little.
Raise your hand if you hate this woman.
I want to know more, but I just
count
there's
1, 2,
sadness.
3,
She's not digging deep.
Yeah. She's not really exposing this inner sadness.
So you're mad that men can't tame you. So
we got a guy that wants to tame her on the line. Let's say hi to Bob in Jersey. Bob, you're on with Tara, who needs some taming. What's up?
Yeah, it sounds like she does. You guys remember the Bob and Angela limo ride?
The what?
The Bob and Angela limo ride?
The Bob and
Does that back about 10 years when you guys were on that other station?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I went for the ride with Angela and took care of her, and Opie didn't believe it.
Oh, okay, I remember you, sure.
Yeah, I can take care of this one, too. She sounds like a decent pig.
Yeah. Hey, Tara, are you a decent pig?
Well, it's all relative. It depends on what your definition is.
Oh my God!
I couldn't understand.
Yeah, this one. Thank you, Bob.
So I have I'm very good at what I do, but I don't just.
Well, what do you do? What are you very good at?
Yeah, what are you good at? What do you do?
Listen, I'm very good at what I do. All right, what do you do? Listen to this nonsense answer. Tara.
Well, what?
I'm very good at what I do. What do you do?
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. That's why I'm sorry. No, I am freaking awesome at sex. I love sex. I am really good at like.
She's good at sex, guys.
When I do it.
Stephen S. from Bayshore writes, drunk, boring, coked up, and wants to work in a funeral home. What a catch.
Yeah, right?
All right, listen, Tara, we don't know what to do with you, to be honest.
She's just some...
You're some coked out, Heineken drinking whore from Jersey.
Horny, old, young broad.
Sounds like you would be an easy lay, so you got that going for you.
Which is nice.
Actually, that's the funny thing, I'm not.
All you need is some whore bait, and you're ready to go with this one.
Yeah, no, that's the best part. I'm not as easy lay.
Really?
Like caffeine.
Yeah.
You are easy. Just a little Coke, and you go. That's pretty much the...
I watched all the...
No, that's what Coke... That's why they call them Coke whores.
Do people even exist like this? Coke? I thought they stopped after the Mamas and the Papas was done.
Hell no.
Like, that's some 70s.
That's alive and well, man.
What are you, Diane Keaton?
They are.
You looking for Mr. Goodbar?
It's called whore bait. You just kind of, you just show your whore bait, and you're ready to go.
Go to Brazil.
Yeah, I get it when I want to, if I want to, on my own accord, and I never, ever, ever have...
So what is your problem right now?
A little bit.
We don't even know why you're calling the show. Tara, Jared wants to know. Jared wants to know. Do you take it? Jared wants to know. Jared wants to know if you're taking in the fart box.
Fair enough question. Fair enough.
Oh, my God.
Fair enough, yeah.
You do?
Oh, you do?
No, I have for a boyfriend, but not on a...
Special occasion.
Yeah.
And for some of that good Coke.
Yeah.
Not a regular...
No, that's a special place.
Yeah, it's very special on her.
Yeah, how did that become the special place?
Why is that special?
Well, I'll give that up for my boyfriend.
You can... Everybody,
how is that a treat for anyone?
Everybody can have where the babies come out, but no one can have where that other thing comes out.
Yeah, I'm saving that for marriage.
That's the special place, you know.
Why is that special?
Where the children... Where life begins. That's not the special.
That's not the special place anymore.
But the tubing. That one is. Oh, this is where only wonderful people can.
You make a great point.
Yeah.
What the hell is that about?
I'm saving it for marriage.
That's the special place.
I'm saving it for that special someone. Oh, gee, thanks.
Dumpster in my special place.
Right. Gee, thanks.
That makes no sense.
That's not a special place. That's a very drunk night. That's what that is. There's nothing special about it.
Only special ones can get.
Right, I was waiting for the. I got a dirty side, and I never had done it in a long ever, and then I just. Forget that. Why would I hurt myself?
Is this Amy Winehouse?
Yeah.
You're a mess. You are a frigging mess,
And if you're
Tara.
admitting to a few Heinekens and Coke, that means there's some other things you're doing that you're not going to admit to.
Yep.
No, like what? Ask me. What would you want to know?
Gangbangs, the H.
What? No.
I'm thinking a little the H.
Heroin juice.
Yeah.
Little heroin juice.
She just mixes it in her coffee.
And special places.
Now, I experimented with a lot of stuff when I was
Listen,
younger, and then
babbling
there's
ass.
parts of the things that, like,
teeth grinding,
ever.
Tongue is
Oh, yeah.
swollen.
Yeah.
How many guys at once?
Yeah. I never, no 8. No,
I bet you 2.
No,
How many guys at once?
3.
I never did more than 1. I've had a girl and son. And I stole a girl from her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just because it was fun.
You must be a hell of a catch.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't really know why you called us today.
I picture Sybil Shepherd mixed with
Well, you know what? Yeah, I just...
the secretary for
All
Moonlight.
right, Tara, I'll do this for you.
What's that?
When you have a point, you call us back.
Yeah.
And we're going to listen to what you have to say. So you go take the next 5 or 10 minutes and try to figure out like a thought.
Can she take a cell phone
All
picture
right.
and send it in?
Yeah, send us a picture of yourself too. Or do you have a MySpace or a Facebook? What do you got?
I don't have any of those. I don't post anything online ever because I don't trust. I would never do that to myself.
You don't trust MySpace or Facebook, but you'll trust some local drug dealer.
didn't know. I have,
All right.
no way.
All right, Tara, here's your...
Yeah, no, I swear what I send you guys a picture, but I don't...
Tara, here's the
where
deal.
else.
You spend the next 5 or 10 minutes trying to come up with a point, and you call us back, okay?
Yeah.
I will promise you that.
Like,
All right?
okay.
All right, we're going to hear from Tara after the break. There she goes. For Tara, we're going to do a little of this from Roland. After the break, we got I Miss Audio. But Tara, if you're still listening, this is for you. Roland singing Rehab.
They tried to take me to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, you will know, no, no. I ain't got the time. If my daddy thinks I'm fine, he's trying to take me go to rehab. I won't go, go, go. I'd rather be at home with Ray. I ain't got 70 days, because there's nothing you can teach me that I can learn from Mr. Hathaway. Is that him?
It's Opie and Anthony and Patrice O'Neill this morning.
Patrice is trying to... He's showing me... He's pointing to the Fox News traffic girl going, hey, Anthony, what do you think? Like I'm the traffic girl guy. That's my new gig.
But I don't think...
I guess
I don't think Patrice understands Whitey, though. The one you're pointing out doesn't compare to Jill Nicolini. Not even in the same league.
Of course not.
That's like
the Fox traffic girl?
That's like
why?
That's like comparing the NBA to the WNBA.
Yeah.
That girl's not even in the same league as Jill Nicolini.
I gotta look at it again.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
877-212-018. Speaking of the WNBA, a milestone happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was over the weekend. But Candace Parker, ready for this, Patrice? Candace Parker became the second woman.
Let me take a guess. Wait.
In WNBA history
to miss her monthly during the season.
There you go. There's your answer. Now I'm not going to tell the people because
we know what it is.
That answer's
gotta
be. Second woman in WNBA history to dunk.
That must have been a foul-looking one.
But it was barely.
It was barely, yeah.
It wasn't like a LeBron James or a Michael Jordan dunk. It was just barely over the top.
It was that 75-step travel girl dunk. But they didn't call it because she's a girl and she dunked.
Yeah, they want to make
Candace
a big
Parker
thing.
is, by the way, I have to say this correctly, she was the lead player in the last Imus controversy, but she was the one he called the pretty one.
She's one of the Rutgers girls?
No, she's the girl. Remember, the reason he called the Rutgers girls what he called them is because he called it was like the ugly ones versus the pretty ones.
Right.
She was the pretty one. She was the prettiest one
on Tennessee.
On Tennessee.
It was Tennessee, right?
Yeah, she was the best player for them.
All right, I gotcha. Very, very good. So she, I didn't even know. See, I don't know anything about the WNBA. Very good.
She's a cutie. Look at her.
She's beautiful. Oh. If you get past the fact that she's 6'8".
Give it to me. What?
How tall is she? Seriously.
6'4".
6'4". Well,
imagine walking in somewhere with her.
She's beautiful as long as she sits down the entire time.
I was at like a party a couple of years with a bunch of WNBA girls and Jennifer. What's her name from Connecticut? She was really good, but I said, I'm a big fan. I really think you can play. She's like, thanks, buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good looking out. No lie. Just good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good looking, dude.
That's a guy with long hair.
No.
I think
she's a
See, and you gotta go like this.
Too manly looking.
Squint a little and then put your hand over the rest of the body. Just look from the chin up.
From the chin up. Let me see.
She's
I don't know.
She's got a little bit in her.
It's kind of like a guy.
She's a cutie to me.
You like that?
Candace is.
Wait a minute. But if you go all the way up to her eyes, then she's beautiful.
She's a cutie, man.
All right, look. Go up
There's
to
nothing manly about her.
Go up to her eyes, and she's beautiful. The nose, she's still beautiful. It's the chin.
Something not manly, something boyish looking about her.
Well, she has to play basketball. I mean, I think.
There you go. Zoom in. Come on, E-Rock. Now, can we see your face?
I mean, a woman doing manly things.
See, look at that. That looks
not a
like
cutie pie?
That looks like a junior high school boy.
Oh, will you stop?
Yes.
Candace is a cutie.
No, she's beautiful, man. When you see just her face, absolutely.
Yeah. She's a cutie.
I want to see one girl in the WNBA that just has massive boobies somehow.
Really?
Somehow fell through the cracks, and those big boobies didn't get in the way.
See her slow-mo dunk.
Slow motion, just
slow motion,
just dribbling up the court with those big boobies. Ka-chong.
They would
Oh,
get.
who's that?
Wow, is that
her?
Yeah.
Come on, are you not well?
Zoom in.
You're not well,
Come on, Mr. Rock.
Come on, you're just a racist to your bones.
I'm a racist.
How can you not think she's a cute? Look at this little thing.
Oh wow!
A little bit of 5 o'clock shadow under the arms. Got a little European thing going.
You know, you get her out of those WNBA clothes. She's got something going on there.
That's 6'4" of glory.
Really
right there.
6'4" of lusciousness.
You're a racist.
I am into white chicks.
You're a racist.
That's just.
But I think that's
white.
partly gay.
What? You now are insane.
There's a gay tinge to somebody who doesn't like all women.
No.
I think it is.
I'm xenophobe.
Nobody racist. There's no racism that goes that high. Like Hitler would have been like, well, she's cutie pie. She's from Africa, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like a dude.
You are attacking my masculinity based on my racism?
Slightly.
Do you find any black
gay.
women hot?
No, he's a racist.
But that girl she's definitely hot, man, and she's more white than black, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. Not even Anthony's so.
No, that's not true. Because I probably
name one black girl you find hot.
Back in the day, I probably would have had sex with what's her name? Stupid.
What before you joined?
Somebody has to say stupid.
Francine.
Oh yeah,
like stupid Francine.
You're right.
Francine is.
I probably would have had sex with her.
Francine is built like a boy.
No, Francine is.
I'm just saying she's black. Cut me some slack.
I can't
Jack.
do that. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to go. You know what you're not allowed to do?
What?
You're not allowed to go. Hey, that black girl. Like you're supposed to.
Just any hot-looking black girl.
Sleep with anything.
No.
Yes, man. That's no.
I don't find certain girls aren't my type. One of them.
Sleep with? I'm not saying to marry.
No, I need to.
No guy has a type that he sleeps with.
Dude, you don't get physically attracted. Sex isn't better when you have a visual stimulus. You don't like looking at a girl and going.
A hot girl is a hot girl.
Not in my book.
On every level.
I agree. I
book.
agree with Patrice.
No, there are certain girls. Yeah.
Now there's hotness. There's order of hotness. Like I would put Latin women 1, black women 2.
Wow.
But
your list is upside down of mine.
But see, Patrice is as racist as you are. You guys are different colors.
Yeah.
But he would still sleep with a white girl.
That's what I'm saying. I look at a
white girls are hot.
But you wouldn't sleep with a black girl, though. Is what
I wouldn't look at a white girl and go.
It would have to be the perfect.
She's white.
It would have to be the perfect black girl that has something else in her a little bit. It would have to be like mix.
Really?
A mulatta. Something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Your
Pure
racism is it's almost unprecedented.
Thank you.
It's unprecedented racism.
Really, black women do scare me. There'd have to
what
be
do you mean, really black? Like attitude?
Well, no,
that's intimidating.
Skin. Just
imagine that. You best do this right, white boy. And you're sitting there just going, "Oh no!"
You're packing monster.
Oh, there she goes.
So you're afraid of the black woman's prowess in the South?
Yeah.
And they don't have a special place.
They crazy.
Look at this white girl here, Heigl. How can I say I wouldn't?
But that's different.
How can I say I wouldn't?
You're not as racist as me.
That I'm as racist. Like white women bug me, but you go, it has nothing to do with sleeping with them.
No, there's certain girls I find attractive. I need to have a type. I need to be visually stimulated. I can't I might as well just stay home with some Vaseline. If you're not going to be visually stimulated by a woman's body and her laying down in a bed or something,
You're not. Hold on. You're not. You're not stimulated by like a cafe latte woman.
Maybe it would have to be, like I said, the right one. I'm not just going to grab any sister and throw her in a bed and think she's hot.
But you don't find them hot whatsoever. I walk down the streets of New York here, and you see like a beautiful black woman coming at you. I'm dying.
You don't even have to explain. Look, Mexicans aren't my favorite looking women. Like a classic Mexican girl that's short, blocky build. But but there's like Penelope Cruz or one of them. If you see a beautiful whatever they are, that's a sexy woman. What are you talking about?
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I said that in the right circumstance. You can't just throw any black woman at me and say
there is no circumstance.
That's not like that basketball player. Well, I wouldn't touch her.
You are sickening.
That's not sickening. I don't find her attractive.
And you're pure, a pure racist.
So are you.
But I'll sleep with a white woman.
And that's out of a racist.
I treat her like a white woman.
That's a racist power trip thing. Yeah, exactly.
Out you go and tell the white slave master thank you for his wife. But other than that, tell the man thank you. But you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I don't. You really
got
are.
To be kidding
Your
me.
racist goes pretty deep.
It's not. It doesn't have to do with racism.
Yeah, I think it does. There are a lot of black women out there.
Majority of Asian women I don't find attractive.
But that's not the point. I understand what you're saying. They usually got flat booties, usually got funny looking whatever. They're not sexy. That accent isn't sexy.
But I'm not saying there aren't some that are
Lucy Liu.
Right.
You gotta go for it.
Right. That's the 1 in a million shot, though. Come on.
There's 7 billion of them. There's not Lucy Liu is just the one special case. Stop. You're not talking like a dude.
Wait, Pierce,
I'm talking like a dude.
You're not talking like a dude.
Hold on, Pierce Mark from Wagbag, he writes, Anthony's color cutoff is beige. Where is your color cutoff? Because my color cutoff is black as night, or black as like Patrice's shirt right there. That would be my color cutoff right there.
Really?
And I don't even like that black.
Shirt.
I'm wearing a black T-shirt.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That would scare me.
But there are no black women in this country this black.
Right.
That is a special kind
I
of
saw them in the Bahamas. In the Bahamas, I saw some black women.
Not as black as this.
I mean, literally.
That's my color cutoff, though. Like your skin color, Patrice. If that skin color was on a woman, I'd be all right with that. But if the skin color was as dark as your shirt, then you've lost me.
He's got jungle fever.
Oh, dude,
that's not jungle fever though. That's dudeness.
Yeah,
dudeness.
No, but Anthony's sort of onto something, because when I was living in Buffalo, I went through a stage where I was hanging out in some of the black clubs because I really wanted to bang a black
club.
Fetish.
And they used to laugh at me.
Different categories. You had a fetish at the time.
Maybe it's more of a fetish, but. They laughed at me. They thought, "Oh, look at this silly white boy trying to get some action in this place."
You're just not allowed to say.
I like to judge my tale by the content of their character.
Where's your color cutoff? Seriously,
my color cutoff.
That's a great question.
No one says that though, Opie. This is.
And where's your color cutoff? Like albino white?
I don't.
Where would it scare you?
Those pasty white girls. Are not attractive, but
hold on.
A couple of pasty white girls here, but you pop them.
But I do want to say the other side of it. What you're saying, pasty white, is my color cut off the other way. Absolutely.
No, see, I don't mind pasty white girls.
Nope. That's too far the other way.
No.
I'm gonna call Schindler. What's his his number?
Anthony.
What Schindler? One is alive. Jesus, is it safe? Why don't you just drill my live tooth? You piece of garbage. You're awful.
No, I
am not that far gone.
What's your color cutoff, though? That's a great question.
But like I said, I would, back in the day over at NEW, I'd have thrown Francina banging.
Back in the day, Anthony.
So that's my color cutoff.
2008 color cutoff.
Like how far doing her a favor when
it would have been.
It was not a favor.
Yeah, that's more like a favor crap. Like, let's say you're still single. Where's your color cutoff? Just getting action, not even going out with them.
Well, you see, Candace Parker's nearly white.
That's easy. That's an easy one.
A tan white woman is better than he wants a white woman that tans to the level of a black woman.
Would Hallie?
Oh yeah. Okay, then let me grab one of them freckle-faced black girls.
They're cute, aren't they?
No,
you don't like freckle-faced.
That looks odd.
Halle Berry
Don't give me the Halle Berry crap. That bitch is so old now, she don't look good anymore.
But I'm not even...
Stop it. It is the Halle Berry.
I'm not saying Halle Berry.
Can white people find another hot black chick to talk
Anthony,
about besides Halle Berry?
That's
about her color.
The innate racism in this
No,
country.
it's not. She's just
that
not.
Halle is the one that has to be.
That's what they got to put her up on the pedestal.
How about Naomi Campbell, would you?
Naomi Campbell?
That's getting a little...
why'd you repeat it?
That's getting too...
Anthony's racism is starting to bother him. Because Naomi...
I'm like, no, not Naomi Campbell.
I've never found her attractive.
How about Tyra?
Tyra in her day was pretty hot.
And if she didn't have to talk, right there.
And,
so
you
would...
Anthony, what I meant by Halle Berry was her color. I'm looking for your color cutoff. Would she have to be lighter than Halle Berry? That's all.
Halle Berry isn't all that light.
She's a good reference point.
She's not.
She's a lot darker than
Halle Berry's a darky to
I'm just saying she's not the antithesis of the light-skinned black woman.
Look at how light she is. Look at this. She looks white in this picture.
His reaction is the same as just said Florence from the Jeffersons. You're a disgusting racist.
I like Florida Evans.
Look, the picture we got of Halle Berry up on the screen. Listen to me. The picture we got up of Halle Berry on the screen, she's walking next to a white dude. She's barely darker than the white dude.
Oh, look at that. After pregnancy. Look at those juicy things like this. Are you not well?
I'm fine. There are just women that I don't find attractive based on certain things.
On their race.
Not, some races.
A hot girl is a hot girl.
A hot girl's a hot girl. Find me a hot Eskimo. Find me a hot Eskimo.
I guarantee you there's a hot Eskimo.
All right. Where?
Find a hot Eskimo.
Somewhere with her head sticking out of a blowhole. All right, not knowing she's that gorgeous.
Blubber.
That's the bit. Find me a hot Eskimo.
Find a hot Eskimo.
Anthony might have got you there. That's gonna be a rough.
But they're one of
Anthony, you walk down the streets here in Manhattan.
It's a melting pot out there.
But you've never turned your head because a black woman walked by and you went, "Wow."
No.
Sure, I have.
All right looking white woman or stunning dark skinned woman.
I got to go with the white chick.
There you go.
Sorry. Who's that? Oh, is that? Who is she? She's the daughter.
Stacey Dash, and she's 42. She's delicious.
She's the daughter from Lethal Weapon?
The daughter from Lethal Weapon, and they all look alike.
Yeah, see? No, I'm kidding.
Isn't that the one from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Yeah, that's
Wow. I thought the daughter from Lethal Weapon was hot.
She was 4.
No!
Hey, someone had a great line of instant feedback. Their color cutoff was, I can't give you credit because it's long gone, but they said plum.
Plum?
Their color cutoff.
This is bothering me.
He's honest.
Dudes just, like...
Not dudes.
Do you watch black porn at all?
No, it disturbs me. Not black on black is fine. Black on black porn is fine.
The slavery revenge.
I don't like that whole. Yeah, that's a little much.
I don't know the word for you.
All right, hold on. We got Malik. Malik from Asbury Park.
We talk to Malik a lot.
Yeah, Malik, what's up?
What's up, fellas? What's up, Patrice?
What's up?
So, man, I feel what you're saying, P.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel what Anthony's saying too, because I don't think Jill Nicolini are that sweet. I think Angela Bassett better looking than Jill Nicolini.
Angela Bassett? Get out of here.
Angela Bassett is a sexy woman, man.
No.
But see, the point is...
Angela Bassett is not a sexy woman.
Put up Angela Bassett.
The point is that you would still... Dudes do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and my friend of mine, Will, we talk about that. He goes, how about this one here? I go, And he goes, would you hit it? And then I go, that's not the point.
See, Patrice...
That's not the point.
You're hitting anything.
That's not true.
Angela Bassett.
Look at Angela Bassett. You know what that would look like? She takes that top off.
You're just two white guys.
No,
don't put me in his category. I'm in my own category.
Doesn't stink.
She takes that top off, and they are sinking down to her goddamn belly button.
Well, but you wouldn't. You would say no to that?
To Angela Bassett?
I'm not talking about dating her and loving her.
Go back to that picture. She's got the saggy small boob disease.
I wouldn't be able to even...
Saggy small boob disease.
I wouldn't be able to even want to undress her.
You're not well.
No way.
Tracy Bingham.
What?
Tracy Bingham.
Yeah,
who's that?
That's a black girl for you.
Who's she?
Tracy Bingham.
Lord London.
Show me. I need pictures. I don't know names.
You're not going to convince Anthony because he has to, go to Thanksgiving with his family.
At least he admits
This is what this is about. Who you kidding?
At least he admits
heard you on the radio. Didn't we teach you well?
At least he
What's wrong with you?
Where is she?
Right here.
Hey, Ian, what about Lord London?
Tracy Bingham, you like that? She's from Baywatch. She's a white acceptable black
I'm looking
woman.
at that. Her face is a little weird.
As long as she doesn't talk. Another one of those broads. As long as she doesn't talk, because she's got that.
I need a full. Give me a full shot there, E-Rock. If you got a better shot, a little full body, maybe making a different face.
There you go.
She's buxom.
There you go. Why wouldn't
She's a buxom broad.
Why wouldn't you if you were single? Seriously, Ed.
That's
Come
what
on.
I'm saying.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't say.
That's a metrosexual.
I wouldn't. No. You're turning this into gayness.
He's a metro. I don't want to say you're gay because you're not gay.
They say metrosexual is not a gay thing.
You're something. I don't know what's wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me.
You're the type of guy that goes ew, like.
Certain
only a guy that would go ew could possibly go. I don't sleep with certain races.
I wouldn't. I don't sleep with certain races. Now, who's that?
Yeah, but Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys has a weird body.
Oh, excuse me. This is
but
the
she's
problem
very light.
we're having.
She's got a big butt.
She talks like a sister.
No black guy says that as an insult. Like that's where it is. We just really on that because I don't like that skinny. I think models are gross. Like model bodies make us. They sicken me.
Yeah.
Tall, skinny white girls.
See,
I think they look like
that's
boys.
where black guys and white guys definitely are think differently, man.
Giselle Bundchen.
No, I've been with you.
That's crazy.
Patrice,
you're talking crazy now.
I'm not talking crazy. I would put it this way. Has nothing to do with me sleeping with her, but looking at her, I go, I don't go, ooh. I go, ooh, it's Stacey Dash, but Giselle Bundchen,
There's hotter models.
What name on that you thought was hot? Cindy Crawford, all those white girls that
back in the
supposed
day,
to be beautiful.
Cindy Crawford, yes.
I would, but
I don't know their names. There's a Victoria's Secret model right now that's ridiculous.
The one with the dark hair and the big stunning blue eyes and stuff.
Whatever her name.
Yeah, whatever her name is.
I don't know her name though. She's way better looking.
She's the one they feature all the time in the commercials.
Yeah.
She's the one like they really focus on a lot more. Yeah, she is ridiculous.
White guys, black guys with the ass.
Who is this girl you talking about?
We're gonna get a picture, but let me make my point. The white guy, black guy looking at the ass thing, they're completely two different.
Like for you to say Alicia Keys is too much booty.
Her booty is way too big.
Anywhere above 119th Street, you can't say that.
Patrice, I'm not saying I'm right, but you know, you guys definitely think differently when it comes to that stuff.
Oh, because you
like the big booty. That big booty scares a white guy.
Of big booties that has nothing to do with the actual.
And Patrice, I'm with you. Hold on.
Or I don't know what you would call it, but the actual places where things go has nothing to do with the size of the butt cheek.
Patrice, that's fine, but we're not
little baby butt cheeks.
For the most part, white guys don't like a flat ass either. We want a.
You do.
No, we want a shapely ass. We just don't want it.
If you think these models are sexy, you want a flat ass.
No, they got nice little butts.
Say it again.
They got nice little butts.
There you go. Good job.
I've seen these women that walk around. Black women with giant asses that's a shelf on the back, and I see black guys go, God damn, that's hot. Oh, God damn, look at that ass.
But
and I'm looking going, I'm disgusted.
Two lima beans and go, she's hot.
Yeah, that's where we're never going to agree on that
to disagree.
Yeah, I understand.
Because those fat asses
you listen,
disgust me.
You can't. Ass is not sexy if you can hold it the same way you check to see if bread's done.
Yeah.
If you go, okay, this almost.
I don't want an ass that looks like she's been sitting in a gravel driveway and got up and wiped it off. That's what all that cellulite and.
It's not like your racism and making you make things up.
No, big fat asses get the puckers in them.
Yeah, pucker.
You don't want some puckered.
What is that? Who's
that's nice.
All right, who's that?
That's a nice ass.
That's Danny's ass. Oh my God.
Oh, mine can't rival that. That's actually a chick. I don't know where she came from, but her name is Kira Augustina.
She's not white.
I don't know what she is, but she's the most perfectest thing I've ever seen.
And show a picture of her. I'm sure Anthony wouldn't sleep with her because she's a little too dark.
Come on, I got to see what she looks like. I'm visually stimulated.
And look, we said that's a nice ass, Patrice, and that wasn't a skinny little flat ass.
I'm very visually.
He didn't say it was nice.
I need visual. I need an attractive visual stimulation.
See, now that you know she's white, you're gonna go, okay, that was
no.
a nice
This girl
ass.
here.
That's the same girl, right?
The girls that booty was attached to. Dude, just
see, Ann wasn't ready to say that was a nice ass until he knew it was attached to a white woman.
No,
yes, you said
of course
you
I thought it was a nice ass. But I wanted to see. I wanted to see what she looked like.
It's not unacceptable as a racist. It's unacceptable as a dude.
I have to transcend.
You can listen. You can be like your bleep button. You can go. I don't find attractive, but I'd sleep with. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to Liz in Jersey.
That's interesting.
Liz, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, Anthony likes women that he can make blush.
There you go. That's his color cutoff.
That's my color cutoff. If they can't blush,
then no way, right? All right, thank you.
That's awful.
We have to take a break.
Well, at least, thank God you're not saying that exactly. You're a reasonable white guy. You're just an unreasonable racist.
No. I find certain things attractive and certain things I don't find attractive,
that bothers me.
and I need to look at
you
something.
Being racist. It's just
you
like, this is
you
dude
seem
code.
to be
This
a
is
guy.
dude code.
You seem to be a guy that could jump on a girl, and you don't need to look at the girl and be visually excited by what you see.
That's what Patrice's saying.
Beautiful girl is a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
No, I need my cutoff point of being visually stimulated.
He's not
is
acknowledging
different.
what I'm saying. Any beautiful girl is a beautiful girl, no matter what race she is.
Your window of beauty is a lot bigger than mine is.
That's
all right. Would you sleep with this girl right here?
Who
What's
is
her name?
she?
She's beautiful.
That's
That girl is beautiful.
That's Megan Good.
Nice see-through black top she's got
Megan
on.
Good.
Where'd she come from?
What do you mean? Where she come?
Stomp the Yard.
Ethiopia.
Stomp the Yard. The chick from Stomp the Yard.
No, she's very cute.
Would you have sex with her? Be honest.
Yeah. I'd throw her a banging.
As a favor to her? Like, this is what I'm saying.
Don't put
Here
conditions on this.
Here you go, Niglet. Take some of this Master's sweet something. Are you out of your mind?
Today's your lucky day, sweetie.
Lucky you, doggy.
I did not
and then you can
say
clean
that.
my house right afterwards.
Pleasure for me.
I heard you guys like
Have
frying
sex with
chicken.
Oh my God!
Don't be in my kitchen frying chicken.
Listen to this idiot. You guys are pussies. I'm pretty much on Patrice's side, you ass.
Thank you, whoever wrote that, because it doesn't.
No,
doesn't
I'm on
sound
your
right.
side.
You're there, except for you still got white guy disease, but you're there as a dude.
I would even have sex with a girl as black as your T-shirt for the story.
He's a dude. See, I'll take your racism,
but I
it's
would.
just dude code. You don't say yuck to a race in terms of having sex.
I wasn't. I looked at that one girl there. She looks cute.
Not convincing. There's something going on in your head, Aunt.
No, it's
you got some major filters in you. You're scared to admit.
Christina Milian.
I
Type up Christina Milian.
find certain types of girls more attractive than others. Some I don't find attractive at all. I need to look at something and be visually stimulated by it.
Yeah, and some of these black girls will do that. I'm thinking.
Some? Okay. All right, I'll give you some.
Look at this little delicious thing. What you doing her a big favor?
I'll throw her a bone.
Hey, I'll throw her some of this this aged salami.
They need to play along at home. It's Christina Milian. Okay, we got to take a break. And it's too bad because this break we wanted to talk about the special place because I really found that funny when women
special place
when women say they're saving their special place for marriage.
Yeah,
and man, we came to the realization what the F is really special about that.
That should be what you give up first.
Yeah.
No kidding. It's like, no, children may come out of here one day. Let me not let the... No, the special place is the...
Special places,
that should be the tester.
It's the dump.
Where they give that up to test you. Yeah. To see what you're all about.
I don't need this to be special.
Right. If you're going to spend a half hour afterwards in the bathroom... cleaning up and puking, it's not that special.
Yeah, this is special. You know what kills me about you?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Opie and Anthony, go, Patrice.
He just upgraded to JN. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
He just upgraded to that.
All right, I got a question for Anthony. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one, knowing how racist you really are.
Like your
If you found out that Jill Nicolini has a relative, maybe a few generations ago,
or more,
and it is found out that she has a little bit of the black in her. Now what happens?
Jesus.
I know that's a tough
a
question.
scene from True Romance. What if it?
Just
of course I wouldn't do. What am I going to do?
Family tree, and you go up a few branches to the end of the branch, and there it is.
Give me one of those Chesterfields. Hey, Jill.
No.
You find out there's a little something.
No,
I want to see how racist. That's the new bit. How racist?
Nothing would change.
Anthony kills her and then goes, "Let me wipe some of this egg off my face."
Nothing would change.
At this point, we're not questioning that you're racist. Now we need to know how racist you are.
Wow. I didn't think this was racism. This is what I find attractive,
No,
what I don't.
No, this is
yes,
racism.
it is.
Because we got dude code and then we have racism.
I find white girls attractive.
I didn't argue.
More so than any other race.
All right,
that has nothing to
that
do with
is
anything.
just the way I am.
But have you ever had a moment with a black guy? Let me explain before you jump.
With a black
on
guy?
me. Let me explain before you throw me under the bus. Like Patrice and I have had that moment. We're on the sidewalk and some hot thing is walking down the street, and we kind of give each other a look like, who gives a crap? She's black. Look at that.
Look at that.
And I go, yeah. And there's an acknowledgement of like, wow.
I'm never going to say I haven't walked in New York City and not seen an attractive black girl. That's insane. Of course I have. I've commented on it. So what's the problem? But I'm just not going to jump on every single one just because she's got sex organs.
Why not?
Because I need...
Like, look at this long in the tooth Brooke Shields. You still have to. She's a,
Well, you'd have to do that just for the hell of it.
But immediately you go Halle Berry old, but Brooke Shields is,
All right, listen.
I'm not sitting here saying Brooke Shields is gorgeous.
Anthony, the Victoria's Secret model, thank you, Meatball from Queens, is Adriana Lima.
Yeah, let's see her.
And Anthony, I really fast, give me a moment here. I'm sick of the haters to this effing radio show. If you don't like this show, then go find something else to listen to. Circle Mouth from Philly. Opie, I love you guys, but I can't believe how cheap you are. You make the fans in studio throw cash at Tippy Tom when you are a multimillionaire. Tippy Tom makes you some of that money, and that's how you treat him. Buy him food for the week. Let me tell you something, Circle Mouth. I threw him a few bucks, like $5 in studio as a bit. I'm going to tear down a wall. After the effing show in the hallway as he's waiting by the elevator, I handed him
another $1, so just shut up.
No, I actually handed him $100, but I don't need to do it on the effing show, you
just
dick.
Do that. You probably lost it.
You dick.
Thought it was a 10.
Once you understand,
one bottle of wine with it.
Understand what the radio show is all about, and understand maybe we are nice guys and doing the right thing behind the scenes, you jerk.
Hey, yeah.
Enough with the effing haters in the show.
Was he in the studio?
Wash these effers.
Was he in the studio?
What?
Was he a guest in the studio that day? If he was able to...
He's pissed because I know, but how did he... There was close to 100 people checking out Friday's show, and I'm like, this is a great opportunity for Tom to make some money. He's giving us great radio. So I go, guys, if you want to throw money at Tom, by all means, yes. And then after the show, I did what was the right thing. So shut your effing mouth. You don't know everything that goes on with the damn radio show. I'm not going to sit here and take I'm cheap anymore. For the show, yes, I'll fool around and go, here, Tom, here's a couple bucks. I'm in a mood today. Sorry. Where were we?
We were looking at that girl.
From Victoria's Secret, yes.
Victoria's Secret.
Look at this. Look at this.
See, Patrice, that is insanity.
First of all, let me say something to you.
Okay.
My dude code... You don't need to say that to me.
I understand, but
like that girl is, the pressure. Like I would just, if I had sex with her, I would just treat her so deliciously awful because I know that she would regain consciousness after she lost her mind that she would even sleep with me. But this girl is on another level of discussion. Like that's. Right. But if there was a Chinese version or a black version of that, you would be going, I don't know. That's the difference. She's gorgeous. But you look at her race and go, oh, I don't know. A black that, a white that, Anything.
It would all
Eskimo
depend.
that is gorgeous.
It all depends on what they look like.
Patrice,
too.
get me a black that.
Find a black
Christina
that.
Million's a black that.
I don't think she's a black that.
What?
All right.
Stop.
It just bothers me.
We're going to move on for a second
All
here.
right.
Because Imus has explained himself, and we want to get
Oh, he
started
did?
on.
From gorgeous women to wrinkled up Imus.
yeah.
Apologizing again.
Well, Imus has been in a lot of trouble today.
Had sex with her. I'm sorry I did that.
This is what Imus said yesterday.
Oh.
Defensive back Adam Pac-Man Jones, recently signed by the Cowboys. Here's a guy suspended all of 2007 following that shooting at a Vegas nightclub.
Well, stuff happens. You're in a nightclub, for God's sake. What do you think's going to happen at a nightclub? People are drinking and doing drugs.
Yeah.
There are women there, and then people have guns. So there, go ahead.
Well, he's been arrested 6 times since being drafted by Tennessee in 2005.
What color is he?
He's African American.
Oh, well, okay, there you go. Okay. Now we know.
Well,
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
No, now we know. Yeah.
Well, this is how he explained it this morning. I guess Reverend Al was on Fox. What was he saying?
Oh, boy.
What was that dope saying?
Is he already?
He's so excited.
Mouthing off.
Does he still have the black co-host?
He's got 2.
Imus?
2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got 2.
Oh, he's loaded it up. Certainly. He needs that now. He really does.
Yes, Danny.
Yeah, he still has actually Kareth Foster.
Right,
on
but
the-
doesn't
on the
he?
show.
But don't they kind of?
Oh, good
Are they
God.
doing their quick the black job at why he hired him just to go?
Right, so he can say stuff like that.
Don now.
Well, yeah, that's exactly why he hired
But they didn't go Don. Oh Lord, have mercy.
him. No kidding. Who's that? Is that Adriana again?
Oh my God.
Holy crap.
Oh, look at that. Ooh.
See, I'm not in a bad mood anymore.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
Just spend the next 15 minutes getting
you
images
shaking-
of Adriana
I'm sorry,
Lima.
Are you shaking your face? No.
No, I'm going like, oh, my God. No, I'm shaking. I'm shaking my head. No, then you could absolutely
Riley,
call me gay.
Here's a dude code here. Ready?
Yeah.
I would pillow smother my girl for that.
You would just like.
I would. If this,
You would risk everything for that.
girl stood at the door, I would pillow.
All right.
While she's kicking and screaming.
All right.
Pillow smother my girl for
Patrice, let me see how far you would go. Would you take her to a homie barbecue?
A what barbecue?
What?
I would wrap her in. I would take her. First, I would take her to the museum and tell them to put some type of glass on her so I can wheel her around as an exhibit. Matter of fact, I'll have them draw. Let me tell you what I'll do. I would have them draw the stuff where they put the different cuts of steak on a cow and they show a picture of a cow. I would have them write different words on her body explaining what they are. My girl's probably listening now. I will kill you for this. I'll smother you to death for that chick right there. That is,
and bring her to the homie barbecue.
Cold blood.
Where the guys would be like, "Look, man,
with 2 pistols."
You're not keeping it real, Patrice.
No.
Would they say that?
No, not for her.
Not for her. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's all right that you're
First
banging
thing
these
they would do
girls,
is
but
go,
you don't bring
"What
them
are-"
around the hood.
They would literally say to me, they would say to her, "What are you doing with him?" Like, they'd kill me for her.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? That's,
okay.
That's warlike. There's been wars over girls like that. I guarantee it. Just
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. Troy.
Troy, yeah, exactly.
That is Troy. That's
worth
Trojan
sending.
War looking.
That's worth sending a crap load of ships over to another country and invading them.
Would you risk your relationship for that?
Yeah.
Would you shoot Jill with a silencer for that? Would you shoot her with a silencer?
Oh my God!
I love the museum angle. Get a glass.
As I roll her in on a trolley.
As an exhibit.
That girl is
ridiculous.
Tremendous.
All right, listen. So Imus is explaining his faux pas today.
Yeah.
We'll get back to Adriana Lima. No problem.
Yeah, just to randomly pop pictures up of her, I guess.
Yeah. The whole show stopped, too. Like,
I know.
Everybody's like, oh, man.
You know what?
Yeah.
Social commentary. What?
That's what it was. It's the show.
Unbelievable. All right, Imus explaining his
No, sorry, I did that.
His misstep.
Well, Warren and I were talking yesterday about Pac-Man Jones being arrested 6 times, and which I think was just, it's obviously the picking on him. So I asked Warner what.
But see, he didn't make it obvious. Like, obvious that they're picking on him. What's obvious about that? Right?
That's what
he didn't explain himself yesterday.
No.
So I asked Warner what color he was. Well, obviously I already knew what color he was. That's what the point was. In order to make a sarcastic point, I asked Warner what color he was. Warner tells me. I said, well, there you go. That's the point.
Exactly.
Yeah. What people should be outraged about is that they arrest blacks for no reason.
Oh, God.
Jeez. No reason. What did he do? He isn't he up on like legitimate charges?
Jeez, man.
Isn't Pac-Man Jones a problem?
Pac-Man Jones
isn't he a problem?
No, what I was saying is,
Pac-Man Jones. I mean, that whole strip club thing was insane. Like that.
Yeah.
Some a bouncer ended up paralyzed, and Pac-Man ends up. But again, it's that thing in this country where supposedly you're alleged. It's alleged.
Right.
He's never gone to jail for any of it. He's not doing time. He's been found not guilty for these things, but still, you kind of,
I love the fact that if what Imus is saying is true, is he was trying to kiss some black ass right there.
That's what I
and
hear.
It's biting him, and he's being accused of being racist.
That's what I hear.
He's trying to, yeah. I'm just saying, they put too many black people in jail. That's what I'm saying. I'd let them all out. I'd turn the keys and just, let every black person that's in jail, let them out. That's what I'm trying to say. Why didn't they understand that?
Imus, would you bang a black girl?
What does she look like? What color is she? I'm in Anthony's camp on this one. Yeah. I'd have sex with a black girl, of course. I'm going to be divorcing my wife and marrying a black girl now. It seems that's what I have to do to keep out of trouble. Yeah. Jerk.
The rap sheet on Pac-Man. July 13th, 2005, arrested and charged with assault and felony vandalism after a nightclub altercation. This began Pac-Man Jones' NFL rap sheet. He already had a lengthy one from high school and college. September 5th, 2005, Adam was invited to attend the Nashville Sports Council kickoff luncheon. Jones went off on a verbal tirade while being told to wait for his car after the event. He then refused to tip the valet service. What's the big deal about that?
Well, refusing the tip is something, that...
But that's where those type of things is... If Imus can get out of this, those type of things where it's like, that's ridiculous, that's racial, to even report something like that.
Right.
Yeah, it goes on and on. Let's see...
I think Imus will skate on this one because he can absolutely defend himself by saying, look, I was saying, it's not... like his prior comment, which, you couldn't take it any other way.
What?
Well, with the people...
crazy?
No, with the people that are against Imus. Like, I knew he was telling a joke, and it was all stupid and silly and everything. But this one, even his detractors have to agree, like, okay, he could have meant this.
All right, let's move on with the Imus audience.
They arrest blacks for no reason. And, then there's no reason to arrest this kid 6 times. Maybe he did something once, but, everybody did something once. Well, I have. And that's just...
And when does it simply become harassment?
I didn't, yes, exactly. They shoot blacks for no reason.
He's all flustered, man.
Oh, they shoot blacks for no reason.
Oh, my God. Imus is trying so hard.
Imus is now the voice of the black man.
I'm now a black man. I'm officially black. Fight the power.
You hate to say this. It's like, even if you after this guy and hate him, you go, he's just groveling.
I'm groveling here, people. Can you hear me?
Jesus, please don't fire me. That's what...
Yo, Patrice, my...
Hey, Don, what's up?
They're harassing us. I was driving home the other day. I got pulled over by the man, and he said, "Get out of the car." And there was no reason. I wasn't doing anything. It's just because I'm black. It's the only reason I get pulled over and harassed like my black brothers. I mean, what did the kid do?
You hear he's talking about him like he's 10 years old and he stole some gum. It's involved in shootings? What's going on? Let's go back to the Imus audio.
Yeah.
Shoot blacks for no reason.
Oh, boy.
And we know about that in New York City. I mean, we already understand all this. So, and that in light of, I'm thinking,
oh my God.
Can I translate this?
Oh, is he
his
trying?
mouth is drying up. His mouth is
Yeah.
drying up.
We've been at this a long time. Can I translate?
Oh, please.
Please just let me keep my job.
Look, I just got this job. Could you just leave me alone? I say stupid things.
I hear panic in his voice. I hear dry mouth, like Patrice said.
But what has he been talking about before this?
Let me tell you what a hero Rosa Parks was.
Like what?
Yeah.
Before this,
I love that
mix-up,
woman.
He's been back on the air since November or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. What has he been talking about? Like this is his new problem. What has he been talking about? Muffin
Been talking
recipes?
about anything but race. Yeah. First time it comes up.
Obama, he avoids that. He avoids. It's like
Look, I love peanut butter, and if it wasn't for George Washington Carver, we wouldn't have any. He was the master of the peanut, and I just want people to recognize that George Washington Carver was a great man.
Well, what about Harriet Tubman, Don?
Harriet Tubman ran the Underground Railroad and brought many slaves up to the north, where they were then freed, with that Frederick Douglass guy with the big beard. Yeah. Big white beard, might I say.
But that's before die.
Yeah. Before Just for Men.
Kevin from Long Island writes, the funny thing is, for the last hour, Anna's been saying he doesn't find black women attractive. Imagine what would happen to Imus if he went on the air and said that.
I just don't find black women attractive. Yeah. Reverend Al, I'm outraged. Why don't you find black women attractive? Because no matter what they look like, I always picture you, Reverend Al, in bed. You've ruined it for me. You've ruined my experience that I could have some jungle fever. Because I just look at your face now, no matter how the girl looks.
You big dummy.
Hey, dummy.
We have time to do more Imus audio? All right. Let's try to get through this Imus audio.
Red Fox was great, man.
We're running out of show. Here we go.
And that in light of, I'm thinking, that's this current edition of the Imus Morning Program, in which, I guess if you can't see it on RFT TV, you don't know, but the producer of the Imus Morning Program, Tom Bowman, is black.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, my God, is he? Oh, I love him.
He's in complete panic mode.
Oh, God. The producer, you can't see him.
He doesn't even realize this apology it's right up anybody's alley who wants his life. Like he's just selling it down the river.
Yeah.
Just stop.
This edition of the Imus in the Morning program is run completely by black people.
You had a good run. Like, go out like a soldier. You blubbering. I'm sorry, Don. Stop.
Kind of with you, Patrice.
Stop. Exactly. Stop.
If this was the street, I'm taking your money every day. Every day I'm going to take your money. Every day. Give me your money. Come here, man. Come here. You got a what? A black one? Come here, man. Give me how much money you got? How much money you got? If I check you and you got more than I find, I'm going to smack you in your face.
All
Don.
right. Here you go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Don, how much money you got on you? How much?
I got $385.
You sure? Because if I check you and you got more, I'm going to punch you in your face.
Here's $516.
Is that it? Look at me in my eye, Don.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Okay, $832 is yours.
All right, look, man.
I have it all here in my pocket. My pockets are empty now.
Yo, shut up, man. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to let you keep your job.
I'm sorry I did that.
But you owe me. Now, you should rather die. Not even, like, does he understand? Like, it's like, will you stop blubbering?
We have to take a break. We're running out of show.
Unnecessary amount of apologizing that's going on here.
We'll play the rest of the Imus audio after the break. Stay right there.
Patrice O'Neill in for Jim Norton today. Norton's going to be back Thursday. He's out there in La La Land.
Thursday? Is he really?
He's doing the Gong Show with David Tell, one of the judges. Patrice doing a great job today. We're in the middle of playing Imus's Apology here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
This apology goes on, and it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, we'll pick it up pretty much where we left off, okay? Imus trying to explain why he said what he said yesterday.
Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
I mean, we already understand all this. So, and that in light of, I'm thinking, that's this current edition of the I'm Just Morning program, in which, I guess if you can't see it on RFT TV, you don't know, but the producer of the I'm Just Morning program, Tom Bowman, is black.
I was telling Patrice during the break, whenever a white guy is accused of being a racist, our defense right away is, what are you talking about? I got black friends.
I know this.
I hang out with black
guys.
And did you see? It sounded like he made a. And he's black, and the music sort of went dun dun dun.
All right, you want to do it that way? All right, hold on a minute. We can do that.
The way he said it was so.
All right, we can do that. Give us a second. Little Austin Powers you need?
Bam, bam, bam.
You got it over there, Ed.
In case you didn't know.
Hold on.
This current edition of the I'm Just Morning program, in which, I guess if you can't see it on RFT TV, you don't know, but the producer of the I'm Just Morning program, Tom Bowman, is black.
One more time.
What are you doing, Imus? That's the best you got. I got black friends.
The producer.
Current edition of the I'm Just Morning program, in which, I guess if you can't see it on RFT TV, you don't know, but the producer of the I'm Just Morning program, Tom Bowman, is black.
And you know Tom is over in the booth rolling his eyes going, this old gag.
I gotta be the fall guy.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I wear a Kentucky Fried Chicken apron every day. What's the matter with him?
Producer.
What's the matter with him?
You got one more in you?
Sure. Let's try this one.
I guess if you can't see it on RFT TV, you don't know, but the producer of the I'm Just Morning program, Tom Bowman, is black. Two of the co-hosts, the cast members of the program, are black.
Oh, my God.
We have 8 black listeners.
And I'm wearing black socks today.
Jeez.
Anyone?
Is black. Two of the co-hosts, the cast members of the program, are black. Carol Foster and Tony Powell. What?
How?
He's stuttering.
Don. Man.
Oh, because he knows Reverend Al is just rallying the troops.
I have a black army with me.
Saying what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but that is a complete farce. He should just go. He should learn from the old thing. Is like, no matter what he does, they're gonna. This is awful. This is awful. Why don't you watch Usual Suspects, Don, and stop? But Kaiser Sosa killed his whole family so nobody hold him hostage. Like, why don't you stop?
Let's get to the end of this. Let's get to
That was a badass.
You held my family hostage? Why don't I just kill him?
I'll kill him.
And then we won't have a deal. Kill yourself. Kill your black co-host and your black producer and stop groveling.
Oh, damn.
What's the matter with him?
Let's get to the end of the clip.
Yeah.
The cast members of the program are black. Carol Foster and Tony Powell. What? How insane would I have to be? What would I be thinking? What would I mean? Well, why would I sit here and say, "Oh yeah, there you go"? I mean, how does anybody? How do you make that connection? I mean, I know there's some people.
Wow.
My tires are black on my car. I just want to let people know that.
That's how George Bush explains Condoleezza and Colin Powell when he's done. I have Condoleezza, one of my highest rated friends, Condoleezza.
Great Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, so I could do whatever I want.
Make it an apology. You've never heard Bush, as racist as people think he is and awful, he's never really made an apology.
Why would he have
He's never said, blah, 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 blah. What is the matter with
I got Mexicans. I got them all.
And finally, I ended with this.
I mean, I know there's some people want to get me, but you're not going to get me for this. Is ridiculous.
You know what it reminded me of, man? It's like Joe McCarthy, the 1950 witch hunt. I mean, they're looking for something, and there's nothing there.
He should just say, please stop, this ain't fair.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Stop it.
He's begging for mercy.
Please, no fairsies.
Oh, God, man.
It is a witch hunt, though, because they're all over it today on the news.
It's ridiculous that's top story news. That's
Did
ridiculous.
Don Imus say something racist again? That's what they're doing. So he's got to get on the air. Everyone I know now is black.
And I'm sick of us doing like black. We should just be doing something else. We have nothing else to do but wait for Don Imus to mess up.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. Pac-Man doesn't care. He's smoking weed and robbing somebody right now, laughing at Don Imus. He's like, wow, that white boy's sticking up for me. That's cool.
And Don Imus is just like, just give the man your money. Why are you resisting? Let him rob you.
Patrice O'Neal's going to be at the Improv in Houston, Texas, this weekend.
3rd, 4th, and 5th of July.
All right, next weekend.
Yes, 3rd, 4th, and 5th of July.
Very nice. PatriceO'Neal.com.
Yes, sir. I'll be at Stand Up New York this weekend, too. In another city.
Right.
All right, we're out. Catch you back.
Radio shock jock Opie and Anthony.
They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle biter.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long!
Shut up!
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes. I think we're lewd.
And we're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Classic opening.
Yeah.
I think we're good, right? XM Satellite Radio, the Opie and Anthony Show, featuring Patrice O'Neal today for the vacationing Jim Norton.
Vacationing?
I don't know. I like when they say that. No, actually, Jimmy's out there in L.A. doing David Tell's Gong Show. I like that they're bringing back some of the old game shows.
Yeah.
But I saw in the paper today that Reverend Al, what the hell's wrong with me? I got Reverend Al on. Al Roker. I got Al on the brain today. Al Roker is hosting the new Family Feud, the Celebrity Family Feud.
Yes.
That's a special.
Oh, is it?
It's just a special?
Yeah.
What, they're just doing a few?
Yes.
Juice has a mouthful of pickle.
Sorry about that.
But Al Roker is
the guy from Seinfeld hosts the regular one. Remember the guy that played Peterman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is just a primetime special.
Oh, I got you. But Al Roker is a game show host?
Yeah, but he has that goofy, like, I'll just be goofy, like, you know.
He's so bad at being goofy.
Yeah.
Like, he's stupid goofy. He's not funny goofy.
And he has that black rage that white people don't see.
Yeah.
But black people see it.
Yeah.
Oh, he hates white people.
Oh, my God. He's got to be the jolly weatherman. And there is a lot of hatred in that man. Mm-hmm. You can see on the last Imus thing that happened. He got out there and said that he went and said he couldn't work for the same company that would employ Imus. And was like, wait, isn't this the goofy weatherman guy with the big fat California Raisin Head.
Oh, look.
I'm truly upset about the comments. Obviously, Mr. Imus has problems with African Americans. I'm upset, and I hope the station, and that's all we got, because they went to another graphic. That was Pac-Man Jones, part of his statement.
Pac-Man's statement.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, he's upset.
Somebody's telling Pac-Man to be upset.
Yeah. You got to be upset about this.
He don't give a fuck.
Guys,
He doesn't
MSNBC did a really shitty version of the words you cannot say on television. I don't know if you guys have this, but please look it up and just bash it. Can we try to find that? See if it's worth doing? Thank you, Matt O'Sullivan. We like when the listeners help us out with the radio
Matt
show.
O'Sullivan, don't you know?
Speaking of Imus, last week, a lot of people thought Al Sharpton was writing about Anthony and I. It was a fake blog, but people really thought it was Al Sharpton's blog. I got the Google alert, and I read it. I started laughing my ass off. I'm like, God damn, that's funny.
Yeah.
But other people really thought it was Al Sharpton's blog. It was kind of like an Onion thing.
Yeah. It was a goof.
It was a goof. But in case you haven't come across this yet, let me read this. Al Sharpton's blog. I hope a white person does something racist because I have nothing to do this weekend. And it's kind of funny that this came out last week, considering the fact that Imus kind of got himself in some trouble yesterday.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of attention today, Mr. Imus. By Al Sharpton. They're even allowed to say by Al Sharpton if you're
how is that?
lampooning. I don't know. It says it's been quiet around here for a little while. I'm not bored, just it's quieter than usual. Okay, fine. Here's the deal. I had plans for Saturday, and it was something that was going to be like an all-day thing, but they just called and canceled. Like, literally just got off the phone, and now I got nothing to do. My weekend is suddenly empty, and all my friends are busy because I told them I was going to be busy. I'm just saying it might be cool if something happened that really pissed me off. Then I'd have shit to do. Nothing big. I'm not picky. Maybe a sports announcer can say Negro while referring to a brother athlete, or a white police officer could get let off for beating an African-American gentleman who was escorting his mama to church. Yeah, that'd be good. See, I'm already starting to get a little pissed off just thinking about it, and that's good. Nothing kills time like a good old-fashioned boycott. And let's just say I've been listening extra hard to Howard Stern and those Opie and Anthony fellas, and the second they slip the N-word, I'm going to rain down on their ass like the next Katrina. Katrina, man, oh man, those were the days. Not a second went by that I wasn't on TV being all like, shit's fucked up. Or on the radio going like, Bush is a demon. But you know, I got to move on. This is a lifestyle, no living in the past. Come on, Opie and Anthony, you know you want to. Just say the word, the N-word. Who fucking does that anyway? Cancels plans for the weekend so soon. I was looking forward to it. I hadn't seen this friend in a while, dumbass.
Yeah, that obviously wasn't Reverend Al.
Some people thought it was, though.
Who would think that was Reverend Al?
Some people.
Some
people. By the way, at 11 o'clock today or around there, when we end our live show today, we're going to replay our last interview with the great George Carlin.
Oh, I remember that.
And it was only 4 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I remember thinking when the last time he was in that he didn't look too good. He looked a little puffy.
Really?
And they're saying he died of heart failure.
Yeah.
That's when they're
puffy.
Well, when you start getting puffy, it's that, what is it called, edema or something like that?
Yo, edema.
Yeah, the water just starts kind of slowly but surely
building up,
and they say you like drown in your own fluids eventually.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know if it got to that point with Mr. Carlin, but they're saying heart failure at this point. That was a surprise, though, right? 71?
Yeah. Kind of. It was one of those things, not a surprise, like, oh, my God, but...
71's young,
Came out of nowhere.
71's young for heart failure. Because heart failure is not a heart attack.
But
just that the heart, it just got too weak to keep the person alive.
He'd had problems over the years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Patrice was watching me play yes, no, no, yes, no on the way here. On the walkover.
So he was picking out girls?
Yeah.
And was he being
so
fair?
many no's.
One yes.
And a lot of white girls going by that were just no, 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 never, wouldn't ever happen, no, no, no. And then, a couple of black girls walked by. There was one that, I don't know where you went. I guess you went to go get something to eat. There was one that I said, I go, now that's one that Patrice would go, oh, yeah, absolutely. And I said, there's no way in hell I would want to see that naked. And I know you would have been all over it. Yeah. She had like a big booty.
I'm telling you.
Big titties, but they were weird.
I would love a piece of your girl's friend there that hosts the news there.
What, you'll want the...
ISIS or whatever her name is?
Who?
India.
Oh, the...
Patricia Del Rio?
No, the big juicy one that works.
You like that one?
On the desk? With the big lips? The puffy lips?
Big one.
Big?
Likes the...
Big
What's he talking about? Now I'm confused.
Suki. Yeah.
Who's Suki?
She's the one that comes on at like 8 o'clock.
I like to do a threesome with her.
When they switch it up.
Oh, show me some Suki.
I like to do a little threesome with her.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Me, her, and my girl.
She's
nice romp.
Hey, you got that Pac-Man
She's
Jones
fun.
thing again?
She's like a fun girl.
This is what Pac-Man Jones said. Here's the whole statement. I'm truly upset about the comments. Jones said, obviously, Mr. Imus has problems with African Americans. I'm upset, and I hope the station he works for handles it accordingly. I will pray for him.
I will pray for him.
I hate the I will pray for him bullshit.
That?
No, you're not praying for him.
She's just trying to chew. He's got a point to make.
You're praying that he gets fired is what you're praying.
Yeah.
You're not praying for the guy personally. Fuck no.
Here's a guy that had his entire career taken from him for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought unfairly.
Yeah.
And he would never make a statement like that on his own.
Yeah, that's a spokesperson.
Somebody pressured him to do that because there's no way. Pac-Man's kind of
Pressured him. Somebody wrote that for him. That's how that stuff works. And then they throw it at you and you go, yeah, I think I'd say this.
Yeah, it's close.
Pac-Man Jones would go, I don't give a fuck what he said. That's what he would say.
Yeah. And they go, no, you got to put out a statement that...
Yeah.
Along with the Ruckus girls who went, fuck him.
Yeah, they never heard it.
All right, we're going to move on to some other stuff for now. Good question coming in from what's Sam's take on what? What's, with a Z, Sam's take on what, W-U-T, happened to Vince McMahon last night? CC in Cleveland.
Oh, my God.
Well, we were kind of going to blow this off because it was so hack, but now that you bring it up, we do have to get Sam Roberts in here. Young Sam Roberts.
Obviously, huge news, but not on the news. I didn't see this happen on the news. Much like when Vince's limo exploded.
Yeah.
And he had to bail out of that one because Chris Benoit killed him.
Yeah, killed his family, and he had to bail out of that one. But
you know Vince was pissed off. Like, thanks a lot for
that was a good
blowing
angle.
My spot. I had a great angle that I've been thinking about for a long time.
Well, the latest thing to happen to Vince, obviously, some type of malfunction on stage.
Yeah.
Or perhaps sabotage. I want to hear from Sam about this. Some stage equipment and part of the set and lighting rigs fell down and fell on Mr. McMahon. Is this what I'm being led to believe, Sam?
Well, it was the conclusion of Vince giving away his $1 million because he's been giving away $1 million a week.
Yeah, and that sounded really authentic. The guy on the phone that won?
Well, he won $500,000, which was the biggest, because he called 4 or 5 people before that, and they each won $100,000.
Uh-huh.
And so this final winner won $500,000.
Wow.
Sounds very fake.
No, it's
are the authorities looking into Vince McMahon? I don't think he's really giving away this money.
Yeah.
He's been giving it away for the past 3 weeks, $1 million a week.
Man, I bet you he found a loophole. We got to get the WWE on the phone and ask him how they could go on the air and give away $1 million without actually giving it away.
Actually doing it.
Because then, you know what that would do for this radio show if we could pull that one off?
Yeah.
He's not giving away the money, Sam. How did he get around this?
It's his own money.
Of course it is.
It's a way to thank the fans and to bring the old fans
Is anyone
back to
questioning him? I want to be the one that questions Vince McMahon.
I want an
Prove that
accounting.
you actually gave away the $1 million.
Eric and me went to the press conference.
Yeah.
So the
you
media,
did?
Yes, the media was alerted, and so it's for real. He's giving away
You're the
$1 million
media?
a week. But as of now, I thought I was going to enter to win next week's $1 million, and it's not on the website anymore. The contest is at least suspended because of what happened.
Well, what I'm seeing is Vince is...
Well, we got the audio. Let's play the
Yeah.
audio for everybody.
Yeah.
You can find the ridiculous video online.
Well, ridiculously upsetting video.
there he goes. Falling into the hole in the floor.
Well, it's not a hole.
Oh, it's the edge of the stage? What is it?
I think something in the paneling fell through.
Yeah.
So there was some sabotage.
Could have been some sabotage.
Are we led to believe that there was some sabotage?
I mean, in the 15-year history of Raw, I have never seen the set fall apart like that.
I like how the set fell right at the hinged portion.
Yeah.
And you could see, if you rewind that, you could see the locks come out and the thing falls down. This big lighting rig falls down exactly where it's supposed to.
No, it's not supposed to fall.
And he has plenty of room underneath the lighting rig.
It didn't
to
hit
survive.
him. It didn't hit him.
The lighting rig did not hit Mr. McMahon whatsoever.
It's supposed to light the arena.
He had a protected area
because
that he was able to get into, and then the thing falls down, looking like he might have been crushed.
If it's on the ground, it's not safe and it's darker. It has to be lit for TV. That's what the lighting stuff is.
And then you got
for.
the good guys and the bad guys working together, which is just amazing.
You can
they got to save Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
You can hear the panic in the voices in the audio.
Yeah.
Well, of course you can.
Yeah.
They're all panicking and helping to try to lift this big heavy thing off of the thing that is keeping it from hitting Vince by about 3 feet.
I mean, Triple H and John Cena are going to be wrestling for the title this Sunday, but...
Let me tell you something about Triple H. His acting was awful because... In real life, Triple H wants Vince McMahon to die because then he becomes a billionaire.
No.
You understand
that's
that, right?
kind of true.
No.
He's married to Stephanie McMahon, who would inherit a shitload of money if Pops dies.
Look.
So why would Triple H be in a panic?
Because...
Why? I'm sure he loves Vince. He loves him as a father-in-law and all that crap.
But,
But money's money. I mean...
you get past that initial mourning phase and you realize...
Holy shit, I'm a billionaire.
You own the WWE.
Right.
We're dealing with human beings here.
Yeah,
are we?
Sam?
Really?
Yeah.
There's a neck brace going on Mr. McMahon. He looks unconscious. The EMTs are there helping him out, and they kind of look like wrestlers dressed like EMTs. Why is that?
Well, because they would have to get large EMTs to work these shows because the wrestlers are heavy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
If you're going to lift a wrestler, you got to be one of the bigger EMTs.
But I don't think an EMT worker should be on steroids.
There's no steroids involved.
Like, look at that guy with the big shaved head. Who's that?
Yeah.
That's an EMT.
There's another guy with a ponytail.
Yeah.
Aren't these like the old jobbers? What are these guys?
No. There's no jobbers there.
No.
Leaping Lenny Poffo.
Yeah. The Brooklyn Brawler, I think I saw holding a stethoscope.
I always wondered what Ivan Putski was doing in retirement. I didn't know Vince McMahon still had him on the payroll.
Yeah, he's on the payroll now. He's an EMT.
Old EMT guy.
Those men are not trained EMTs.
Why don't we play the audio? Because this was just amazing for Sam.
Yeah.
Can you give me the password?
Nice.
He's in the middle of giving away the
$500,000.
All this guy's got to do is give Vince the password. Vince is on the phone with this gentleman. You got to give him the password. Listen to the winner, because wow, he really sounds authentic.
Can you give me the password?
Night of Champions.
Guess what? You've just won $500,000. Congratulations.
I love you, Vince.
You do?
That is so fake.
What are you talking
I love
about?
you, Vince.
You can't have a fake contest.
Shenanigans.
I'm calling the authorities.
I love you, Vince.
You do? I love you back.
Now that's the first lighting rig.
Yeah,
that fell.
It fell right next to
$500,000 is quite a shock.
Was it some sparkles?
Yeah. Some sparks.
Right now?
Oh yeah.
Stage is falling apart. So pyro's malfunctioning.
You have to see a bunch of lighting equipment is falling.
Yeah. Listen to that. Listen to the way they yell, Vince!
Vince!
Are they yelling that because he's trapped in the safe area?
See the hinges? See, look where it's hinged.
Yeah,
and watch, you'll see a little thing release before this falls down. Now, why is that, Sam?
He doesn't even have the balls. He's already in the safe area.
Watch the bottom part. Watch this little thing release.
This is a safe area.
You see that?
See?
I'll tell you this.
It's a mechanism.
If there was a mechanism.
And he played it really safe because he made sure he was in between the two pylons just in case he didn't get in the safe area in time. So it'd be like a Charlie Chaplin thing.
No, because if there is a mechanism there, it would just be so they could safely take it down after the show. It was certainly
so predictable.
I
Look at
gotcha.
that. Look at the safe area.
Yeah, he's
in.
not even hurt.
It's not even close to hurting him.
This is a
Light bulb sparkles.
Dude, this is the best they could do.
This is a multi-million-dollar HDTV television set falling on you. There's no safe area.
That's a safe area. He made sure he got between the pylons and then in the safe. Nothing was going to hit Mr. McMahon.
I think
Then
Mr.
answer me
McMahon's
this.
fine. Yes?
Why wasn't he moving after it hit him? If he was in that safe area.
Probably the same reason that he was alive after his limo blew up. It's fake.
No.
My.
And why is this on CNN? I mean, a billionaire almost died on live TV. Like, why isn't it? Look, we got
don't know
all the
what
news
condition
channels
he's
on.
in.
Do you know what condition he's in?
No, but I'll tell you, I think I know why the news channels aren't covering this.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of information, but they are doing a press conference that they're going to stream on their website at 1 p.m. today.
Why would they have to stream it on their website?
Why
Sam?
wouldn't CNN
Why
pick
wouldn't
it
we
up?
just all watch CNN?
This is Vince McMahon. He's, a pretty big name.
I'm saying after the press conference will probably be when it hits all the news
Oh, you
because
think?
we'll get more information. Or
I
maybe-
want to see the press because I bet they're big, strong guys holding the camera and the big, burly guys holding microphones.
All roided out because they could still do steroids because they're not actually in matches anymore.
There's no steroids involved.
I know the guys that are now like wrestling, they're off the roids because everyone's paying attention. But the behind the scenes guys, they're still roiding their asses off.
Well, the behind the scenes guys don't work for the press.
Yeah, what does the FIC have to say about this whole thing? Are we
and what
going
did
down
that
road
stand for?
again?
The Federal Investigation Committee.
Right.
And I'll say this:
that's who was in charge when Vince's limo blew up. But the first time we saw that, they had said the FBI. And the FBI had put out a statement saying, we are not involved in any investigation with the WWE. So, they transferred it over to the FI.
What did Sam say about the fact that Vince came out and said it was all crap?
Yeah.
Because he explained that, and I forgave him. He said that...
You forgave him for it, so you admit that was a farce.
Because he said he fake killed himself to see if the people still loved him. And I said, that makes sense. Because he thought that the fans...
You said he was fake. That his fake death was fake.
Well, yeah, because he said it was.
But you did believe it at first.
Well, yeah. I mean, the limo
Was you
blew
disappointed
up.
after that?
I was very much relieved that he's still alive.
Oh, by the way, let's let Akil, it looks like. Akil?
Yeah, man. Somebody please smack Sam. I'm about as much as a wrestling fan as Sam, if not more. But this is the same time last year he did the same stunt with the limo.
Karma, man.
Was that a year ago?
It's a year to the day.
It's actually like...
So is that going to be his new thing? Once a year he almost dies?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to love Vince. The man's a genius and stuff. But because this is, I think like today or tomorrow is the same time when the whole thing came out about Benoit.
Yeah.
Which, like a week before, he did the whole limo stunt, and after Benoit...
Probably sent out a press conference.
Look, you wrestlers, none of you kill yourself in the next few months. I got a new storyline.
If you kill yourselves, I'm going to kill your whole family.
You're not supposed to kill yourself, but I'm doing a stunt. Do you understand me?
I'm going to have a giant rig fall on top of me, and everyone's going to think I'm injured. So if one of you sons of bitches kills themselves, your whole family's going to die. That's right, the whole family.
I hope
Even though you're dead, you're fine. Yeah. This one's got to play out. I'm going to make it last a month. And I'm going to come hobbling out on crutches one day, and then someone's going to hit me with a chair.
Just in time for the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's this Sunday.
Night of Champions. What is it?
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions.
Boy, I wonder if we're going to get another piece of the puzzle this
All
Sunday.
the belts are up for grabs. All of them. Will I be there? No, because I'm injured.
Here's something, Vince. Pay-per-views aren't that special if you do them every 4 weeks.
That is.
I mean, Muhammad Ali used to have a pay-per-view once every 2 years. Everyone was watching. When you have a pay-per-view every 4 weeks, he doesn't even wait a month anymore.
No.
It's 4 weeks.
They actually just did a pay-per-view and then 2 weeks and then another pay-per-view.
Yeah,
We do them every 2 weeks now.
I don't understand how somebody can't understand it, how that's crazy.
All right, listen, let's go to let's go to Brad in Jersey. Brad, how are you,
Hey,
sir?
guys. I want to know if Sam noticed that after Vince came to when the EMTs were taking care of him, he started calling out to Triple H, but he was calling him by his real name, Paul.
Exactly. You think they're going to break that storyline?
Ah. That's pretty good.
We got the audio. He said he couldn't feel his legs.
All right, let's get to the second
reach
part
into
of
the
the
register
audio.
and pull out my money.
Brad.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, are you going to be able to stand up?
I don't want to fall. I can stand up. Drop me down. Slide him out a little bit. Slide him out. Get him out from under this first. Slide. Keep flying. You okay? You all right? You all right? Okay? Don't move. Jesus Christ, don't move. You're going to be all right. Just lie down. Just lie down, okay? Don't let him move, you guys.
All right, I'll give Vince this much.
Yeah.
If he ends up in a wheelchair for the next 3 months, I'm watching every fucking week.
Oh, that'd be great.
McMahon in a wheelchair.
He'll be some of the wheeling around.
They have to put a ramp up to the ring,
and then of course during a pay-per-view, all of a sudden he'll miraculously be able to stand up.
He'll walk, put on that Vince face, and his legs will be shaking.
Maybe after serious physical therapy, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah, we can only hope there, Sam.
Fucking Sam.
Right.
You're a douche.
What are you talking about? I mean, I'm assuming they're still in the hospital in San Antonio right now.
Get Triple H on the phone right now.
Yeah.
Call your WWE people and get him on.
We want to know the condition.
I want to talk to Paul.
I want to know the condition of Vince McMahon.
I would assume that Triple H is probably with his father-in-law in the hospital, and they probably
bedside vigil.
Exactly, and they don't let cell phones in the hospital.
Well, you know, Al Sharpton. Oh boy, new developments. Pop that up.
He brought up race, and this is something that is given who it is talking. That is very disturbing to groups like National Action Network, our group, and others that have been monitoring him and others since the remarks he made last year. His statements this morning clarified.
He's looking whiter and whiter every day.
No way would he clarified yesterday.
Now.
So we're looking into this. We'll be talking later today.
Sharpton helped lead the charge to get Imus fired last year. Imus's current employers say they don't expect any action will need to be taken.
Store owners unstocking their shelves. The couple's livelihood in danger.
Shut up. McMahon exploits paraplegics. Classic. That's coming in from CW. You know he's going to do that.
He couldn't feel his legs. That's the last thing we knew. Maybe,
is that it?
He said, I can't feel my legs. Maybe we'll find out more
Paralyzed
tonight.
Vince will be great.
He got paralyzed by
Vince.
A light fixture that didn't hit him.
Yeah. No, it was the whole set coming down on him.
It didn't touch him.
Wait, the GM of SmackDown's in a wheelchair? What, Sam, you don't tell us this?
Well,
they're setting up a wheelchair match.
Wheelchair match.
That's the GM of SmackDown. That'd be Vicky Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero's widow, who is now having an affair with Edge, the world champion.
But she's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, she's been in a wheelchair for a really long time. I don't even...
For real?
No. I don't even really remember why she's there.
Oh, look, Sam's not even going to play on that
No,
one.
he ain't. He's not trying to sell that one.
She got Gorilla Press Slammed a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh, by the way, Sam, the tough questions are now coming in for you.
Okay.
Dave in Tennessee. Yes, Dave.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Sam, I was wondering where in the EMT protocol is it a good idea to ask a patient, can you stand up if they might be paralyzed?
He has a neck injury. The EMT said, can you stand up?
That's something that will happen.
Sam.
He doesn't know yet.
Everyone else, the wrestlers are smart enough to say, don't move
him. Put the neck brace on him.
But the EMT guy's like, can you stand up?
Walk it off, dick.
You know what? One rookie EMT is not going to solve this whole thing.
Good point, Dave. Good point. Sam is a douche. That's coming in a lot.
What?
Jordan from Pittsburgh is leading the charge. Calling you a douche today.
Why?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just...
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to explain why I might seem distant
First of all, the director of the show didn't think to not show Vince not being hit by the
Yeah, exactly. And the camera is so close to his face, anyone in their right mind would go, get that fucking camera away.
Yeah.
We need room to work here. But the camera was right on Vince.
Yeah. You know what? Vince would have wanted it that way. He always
would have
said,
wanted it that way. Is he
show
dead? Are
must go
you
on.
saying he's died?
I was scared for a minute because
He's been obsessed with his storyline that got fucked up last year. He's like, I need to do this storyline. I just got to rework it.
I'll wait a year and rework it. I'm coming back in a wheelchair.
And what if he was still at the point where he wasn't pretending wrestling wasn't fake anymore?
Yeah.
Like he was still trying to pretend it was real, and then he had to come out and go, it's fake. All of it's fake.
All fake.
Do you think the CEO of a publicly traded company is going to pretend to be in a wheelchair?
Well, how did this affect the stock also? Because when a CEO like that gets injured to that extent where we don't even know if he's alive or dead, how's that affecting the stock today?
I've been so concerned with the humanity of it that I haven't checked the business end yet.
Okay.
He is an unlucky motherfucker as all those explosions are happening around him.
Yeah, how funny would it be?
As he fell in the hole, and then he gets up and goes, holy shit, there's more light bulb explosions.
But how funny would
was
it
there electric, was it an overload?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened?
How funny would it have been if he got paralyzed for real, like doing a fake fucking story angle?
no one would believe him.
He didn't step aside, the thing hits him in the head.
That would have been awful.
Yeah.
It's the first thing people think when...
so you're admitting it's fake?
No, I'm saying if that had happened, it would have been awful, but this one.
But it's awful because he's really injured, Sam.
Exactly.
What are you trying to say?
Exactly. That's why
what
it's
happens.
awful.
Every time a wrestler really dies, everyone thinks it's a work.
Yeah.
So you don't buy it at first.
Which is why they don't fake these things anymore.
Anymore.
Well, when is the press conference?
Well, the press conference is today at 1, and then we'll probably...
All right, so we'll have CNN on at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll give the word to Ron and Fez, and then they'll broadcast the press conference live.
They're big wrestling fans. I'm sure they'll want to see that on
MSNBC, Fox News. They're going to be all over
all
this
of
one.
them. Yeah. I'm sure all the major networks.
Because now there might be a murderer out there. This is attempted murder, so I mean, CNN's got to be all over this.
Who would have done it, though?
Anybody dislike Vince?
Well, you know, I'm thinking, with him giving away $1 million a week, a lot of wrestlers could have been quite bitter that maybe that money wasn't going into their paychecks. They didn't understand why he's just giving away $1 million.
Oh, by the way, Tim H. from Columbus writes, the WWE stock is also fake. It looks like monopoly money.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, you know, you get excited that your stock's going up, but in the end,
it's
you
not
get
real.
monopoly money.
It's not real.
This is a legitimate company, okay?
All right.
Trying to get Triple H on the phone for you, Sam.
Well, it would be great to hear from him.
We would absolutely love to hear from somebody.
Well, Iraq's
The
been in
upper
communications
echelon.
with them. What are they saying in Iraq? Go on the air.
Iraq?
From WWE Public Relations, the wounds are fresh. The family is rallying around the chairman. We're not sure if we can get a hold of Triple H, but we are trying.
Wow, rallying around the chairman.
It's not exactly the time to do press. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, of course.
Like, this press conference was already scheduled well in advance.
Yeah, he has new paralysis. You know, you can't just get interviewed right after 24 hours after paralysis.
God forbid.
It's like swimming an hour after you eat. It's like you need time to get your paralysis right.
Can't they just put the phone by his face so we could talk to him for a couple of seconds?
Come on, can we be a little humane about this?
No.
There's no statement? Where's the statement?
Yeah,
there hasn't not been a statement yet because
that's
we don't
the first
know.
official word we've heard right there. It's on our show.
Yes.
From them is that the family is rallying around the chairman.
The
The
WWE
wounds are fresh.
is good to us. They will always give us the scoop.
Why is Vicky Guerrero a GM?
Because they got to get her a job somehow.
All right, well, we're going to be...
God damn,
We're going to be recording the press conference. We'll have more tomorrow.
Please.
You got it.
I want to hear these bad questions that these
absolutely.
bad fake fucking reporters ask.
I think you're real.
Mr. McMahon's family.
What caused the light explosion?
Yeah, what caused that?
Well, there's so much technology involved now in putting these shows on that it could have been anything, and that's also what I want to know.
Could have been sabotage, though.
That's what I'm saying.
And why? And who boom mic'd the explosion of the who boom mic'd that?
Yeah, it was really loud.
How it goes kabloom! I almost saw the words kabloo,
Kabloomy.
kabloomy,
Kabloomy.
That's the thing. These new.
Well, they get the local high school to do the special effects for this thing?
There's no special effects. That's why.
No, they weren't special at all.
Rich S. from Kansas City writes, Vince was paralyzed when his spine was hit with a severe case of the douche chills. It froze solid, but will thaw out in time for the next WrestleMania. So that's good news.
Well, I hope that he's okay.
He
for the
was
next
curled up on the floor in a completely comfortable space.
Yeah.
Where
Right, because
nothing was there.
It was after he had been hit.
He didn't
was on
even
the
play it
floor
off
already.
where he stood up until the thing came down and then ducked.
That's the problem. The angle, we don't know.
The angle was perfect.
We don't know.
If he was standing and let the thing almost hit him and then fell, that would have looked good.
I know,
But he was laying down.
And who doesn't run for their life as things are just blowing up and exploding?
Right. He just stood there looking at lighting fixtures.
Why didn't the arena empty? And the wrestlers that came to his rescue after it fell on him, quote unquote,
What?
What were they doing as the explosions was going on? Too? They were
yeah.
just chilling, waiting for something to hit him?
They were in the ring.
And why was he standing exactly where that thing fell?
That's the question. That brings up Anthony's point of sabotage. Because they knew he was going to be standing there. And the wrestlers are in the ring because it was the draft show. And
they set up some elaborate explosion to make that lamp fall right on him?
CW from Scranton is following the story. We got updates. Breaking news, McMahon's gurney in hospital, accidentally pushed downstairs. Still not dead.
What?
And then more breaking news, McMahon chokes on hospital food, still not dead.
Okay, I think
so CW's on the case here. Thank you,
So you know how you get hired to be right on these is like you take these existing scenarios, you take an existing thing and you just finish it. Like you write it to its conclusion, like what is going to happen at the end of this whole thing.
Yeah. By the way, Sam, who thinks wrestling is real, Patrice used to write for the WWF. Well, I know you called the WWF. He used to be on Vince McMahon's plane writing out storylines.
Yeah, I mean, you got to send them in a direction, but I'm assuming they had some kind of cool, nice thing written to end this big money, and then all of a sudden the set crashed down and ruined everyone's plans.
And now somebody has to rewrite
exactly
the paralysis.
Because
now they got to figure out where the paralysis
paralyzed Vince. I can only hope that paralyzed Vince uses one of those old wheelchairs and a blanket on his legs.
I'm sure.
Like I wanted to use one of those old wooden ones.
Like the dead mother from Psycho?
Yeah, one of those real old wheelchairs.
A crickety,
and like a checkered blanket on his legs.
Yeah. I certainly hope it doesn't come to that.
All right, listen, we got to take a break.
Certainly.
Enough with your nonsense, Sam. Get the hell out of here.
Sam is an ass.
It's good radio, but it's nonsense. Go.
Sam's a complete
do something.
buffoon.
After the live show today, we're replaying our last interview with George Carlin. Going to play a little piece as we go to break here, okay?
Right.
We'll continue with Patrice O'Neill in just a bit. We want to say it to your face. We're fortunate enough to interview a lot of people with this radio show. And every once in a while, someone comes through that door where we're like starstruck and a little freaked out, and you're one of those guys.
Now, calm down.
Right. We're all obviously huge fans, and we love everything you've done.
Very nice. I really appreciate it.
50 years, right?
50 years since I went into radio in 1956.
Wow.
Top 40 was just starting. Rock and roll was just starting. I was 18, and I had the advantage of having a car down in Shreveport. I was Shreveport, Louisiana. I was in the Air Force. And I could go out at night and tell the chick, hey, you want to hear a song tomorrow? I'll dedicate it to you. What do you want? You know, it was magic, man. Two paychecks, didn't have to do anything on the air base, just do my show.
Radio's just never changed as far as that goes.
Well, that's why.
I see it as a way to get girls.
That's why most people got into radio, is for the free CDs. Well, free CDs now, whatever. Free music, and hopefully picking up a few extra women on the side.
And trade outs with the sponsors.
Right.
This is Vince McMahon of the WWF, and you're listening to the greatest tag team in radio, Opie and Anthony.
We got someone not happy. Lisa, Long Island, what's up?
Maybe we could talk this out.
Humor is in the worst taste I have ever heard. I can't believe the choice of humor. Do you think that's funny?
Yes.
That's intelligent?
Make a pie, bud.
Make a pie.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Man, during the break, we're kind of just watching the news here, and some white dude in Florida got his arm ripped off by an alligator?
Yep.
Oh.
And he's proud.
Yeah, he was smiling because he was being interviewed by the media, I guess.
White
He's in the
people love
hospital.
that. Y'all really love that shit, boy, when bad things happen to you.
Oh.
It's a badge of honor. I lost my eye. Let me get... How come he's able to interview right after he lost his arm and Vince can't give us a little interview?
Yeah. After a little fucking electrical thing falls on him.
I'm pretty sure my arm will never get bitten off by an alligator.
Yeah.
I'm almost 99% sure that it's just not going to happen. What are white
You're
people
not going to be in that position where an alligator.
I hate, you know, the old hat, you know, white people do this, black people, but it's just, black people, you don't hear of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't hear about, and then you don't see him walking around the hospital, pictures in the news where he's like, he's like, has a smile on his face like, hey, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
You're an armless asshole.
Patrice, here's the question for you. Black guy in the hospital, lost his arm to an alligator. How would that sound? That would not be good. You wouldn't be laughing.
If you said it, okay, Black guy walked through the hospital, lost his arm. You go, diabetes. First.
Gunshot
wound. with a hollow point that tore through it, and so they had to take it off or shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Pitbull.
Yeah, Pitbull could have ripped it off.
Maybe.
No, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Pitbull tore it off. But not or a pet tiger that he illegally
pet tiger.
he illegally smuggled in from Timbuktu.
Like Tony Montana. I want the tigers.
But not an animal. And a lot of people piranhas. Black people love piranhas.
Yeah.
Piranhas they don't do what they do in B movies. Piranhas do not skin you alive in 30 seconds.
And just see a skeleton like of a horse.
Just like you put a cow in there, and then all of a sudden there's just a head and the bones of a cow. It doesn't exist. Fucking piranha. When I was gonna buy fish, I went piranha because I want to see him eat a meatloaf. Those fucking fish are the most boring nobodies in the history of fish. Like, no personality. They'll sit there. You can put your hand in. You can touch them. They do nothing. They're not like the movie Piranha.
It wasn't even movies that did it. I think it was when we were kids, cartoons always portrayed piranhas as like, you'd see one cartoon character would take piranhas and put them in the bathtub. Yeah. And the other one would go in and get all chewed up.
And piranhas are nobodies. But, I don't understand how you get your arm bitten off by a fucking alligator.
You're where the alligator lives and where you don't live and aren't supposed to live. I bet there's a lot of black guys, though, with arms and legs missing down there in fucking Alabama. And
from what, alligators?
Yeah. Down there living in the fucking backwoods swamp motherfuckers.
There are no, black... There's diabetes. We lose feet and toes, but there's no accidental arm losses. Maybe in some shitty factory with a white boss.
It's always the white guys.
Hey, listen, I need you to go fix the industrial-sized blender we have over there. It's a human-sized blender. Now, I'm going to turn this button. It's going to be on, and it's going to be plugged in.
Yeah, it's the fast way to clean it.
I just need you to get in there.
It takes 2 hours to clean when it's off.
Here's what we gonna do.
We can clean it when it's on in 15 minutes.
You're going to sit on the blade with a mop. And I'm going to turn it on. And you're just going to spin and just it's going to go really quickly. Don't worry about it.
Yes, boss.
Anything you say. I bet it's very rare for a black guy to lose a limb in this type of dumb accident.
Yeah.
Like bitten off by an animal. It just hasn't happened.
It's not going to be a shark attack or any of that stuff.
It could be, because shark attacks is arbitrary. That's like, you don't have to be somewhere you don't belong with a shark attack, but I doubt it.
Well, it's mostly surfers, though, with the shark attacks.
Surfers and Hawaiian people, because bull sharks, believe it or not, bull sharks are the worst.
Animals.
Are the worst.
There's a guy and a girl on their honeymoon, and the girl's out there, and they were swimming, and the fucking shark just bit half her ass off. Bit her fucking one ass cheek gone.
Ready? I think that needs to happen to humans from time to time, because we're so fucking cocky. We think our lives matter, and you're just food. Like everyone else on this goddamn
You're not top
planet.
of the food chain. The second you go in the ocean, you are not the fucking boss anymore.
How long would you stay with your girl if she lost her ass cheek to
a shark attack? Let me think.
She doesn't have her ass anymore. It is just that healing hunk.
When you go, it's like, just a
healing
big
hunk
bite.
of redness.
It's just red and scar.
And it's concave, shaped like the letter C.
A shark bite.
Her ass now looks like somebody pulled it inside out to the front, and she's just missing an ass cheek.
You'd have to just figure out.
All you see is muscle from the thigh, so it's one ass cheek and thigh muscle healing.
You'd have to fuck her with that ass cheek on the bed. And just look at the other ass cheek and bend her leg up a little.
How long could you stay?
You grab her ass and oh my God, what is that one? Is that her?
Someone's ass being eaten.
Oh, that's an eaten ass cheek.
Come on, is that guy alive at least?
No, that guy's got to be dead. You wouldn't have his face in the sand like that.
Yeah, good point.
Help the motherfucker out a little more than.
But I think a woman would stay with you if you lost your ass cheek in it. Like a woman would stay with a man if you lost your ass cheek in some type of
Think
accident.
about when you fucking and you hold on to the ass. like that, and then you'd be
And you
holding on
just
to one
touch-
normal ass cheek, and then the other one you'd be touching like a spine or a pelvis bone.
You just prop her up against the wall and then hold the
And what's
the
worse
one ass
is,
cheek.
is
that you can still hold.
she has to wear a prosthetic ass cheek. Like
yeah, in the pants.
her special drawers. She has to get special health insurance underwear that puts her ass cheek in.
Which makes washing clothes a nightmare because all you hear is that.
Oh, God damn.
Another guy that lost his ass.
They love eating ass, those sharks.
Is that a shark attack?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Those are the shark attacks you never hear of. The guy that lost his life because his ass got eaten.
That's a leg and an ass, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
He got like his whole fucking leg.
Your ass got a lot of nerve endings in it.
Oh.
Look at this. Imus is on every fucking channel. They
Bring
just
it
love
drugs.
this shit. Hey, we got a lot of people that have lost their limbs out there. Maybe we should get a few calls on the air today.
All white guys.
But we need...
And diabetes doesn't count.
No, it's got to be fucking boss told me to fucking try to get the fucking peg thing out of the thing.
And how about a black guy?
My arm went in.
Yeah.
Black guy that lost the limb. That's the get today. Hey, by the way, no surprise, but the WWE is hiding from our questions.
What?
They're begging to be on our show on a regular basis, and now we finally got a reason to have them on our show, and they will not come on our show.
Well, Mr. McMahon is recuperating, I guess.
Everyone's in
family
mourning.
around him.
Yeah. All right, we got
What a joke.
We got limb stories coming up, and Motley Crue on Larry King.
Again?
This is not a repeat. This is the sequel to the famous Motley Crue on Larry King.
They thought it went so well the first time that they did it again?
They did it again. They got another tour happening. They're getting some media attention, and they went on Larry King again.
Larry King was so bad with Motley Crue the first time around.
Why would you go back on there?
He called them the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
In their first get-together.
Yeah.
He knows nothing about music, rock music, being a hip.
You want to hear some highlights?
Please.
All right, here we go. Motley Crue on Larry King.
Oh, God.
You know, so how did based on the thing.
How did the tattooing start?
Come on, this is SNL stuff.
How did the tattooing start?
What the fuck? How did the tattooing start?
I mean in history, not with the band.
Right.
How did the tattooing start?
You know, so how did based on the thing.
How did the tattooing start?
He did it.
Who did it?
I did it. He did it.
Who was first?
Who was first? I don't know who was first. I'm not sure. I bet we all pretty much right around
Mr. Two.
Opie, does he even realize? And I heard that Snoop Dogg. Does Steve? What's his name? King. What's his name?
Larry King.
Larry King.
You really don't know Larry's name?
I say Steve or Alan a lot when I think about
Alan
this.
King.
Okay, I got you.
Now, does he know that can putting these guys in that kind of spot with that stupid fucking question?
Right.
Could harm their career.
You're right.
When you ask some fucking so-called anti-establishment type of people, hey, when did the tattooing start? And you force them to go, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds just...
Who got it first?
Who was first? Was it me? Was it you? Like, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know.
Shut
That might,
the fuck
yeah.
up, dude.
I got tats. We got them at fucking different times. You think we remember? We were in drug-induced fucking haze, you old
What
bat.
kind of dumb old question is that? And then he made Snoop Dogg try to fucking sing with him?
Oh, God,
Why would you be polite about it? I mean, it's a dumb question. You should kind of call him out. I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
what
why
are
would
you
you
talking
ask
about?
that fucking
I don't
question?
know. Like Ant said, yeah, you get a little attitude about it. Like, I'm a rock star, dude. I don't know.
When did the tattoo start? Did you take garlic to prevent infection? What was used, ink or Welch's grape juice?
Sorry, I think the tattooing started at the end of your 5th marriage. Yeah, I think
That's
it.
funny.
I
You
think
are
that's it.
quite a motley crew. Ha ha ha.
That's ridiculous. He can just damage. He can damage you.
I agree with you. Let's hear the rest of this.
Right around the same time, it was very early, like the first record, did we start getting tattooed? Tommy wasn't even old enough to get a tattoo. No. And the first record. Not that stopped us from doing anything.
Childhood, right? I mean, you know each
Yeah,
other
me
long.
and Tommy went to high school together, and
I got a tat of, it says, fuck the Krauts.
when I was in the big one.
This next clip really.
Kilroy was here.
Don't they have a song called "I'll fucking kill you if you ask me a question about my tattoos"?
They should. They're penning one now. Right. Well, speaking of which, so the guys try to move on because they realized we have nothing on tattooing, and Larry just will not drop it.
So they actually invited me in, and I slept on the floor next to Tommy's bed for,
Who said
for a long time.
let's get tattooed?
Oh, God. Did you get stewed, screwed, and tattooed? Because I know people like doing those three things.
Floor next to Tommy's bed for,
Who said let's
for a long time.
let's get tattooed?
I can't remember how that started, but we were always like into tattoos, and into anything that was rebellious. And I think in the beginning, you know, for me personally, tattoos were like, what's going on? Not my first one. My first one was that rose right there.
That's right.
Why is he on TV? Why is he still on TV? He's not relevant.
I got a tattoo of a $1 bill on my cock. And when I get a heart, I jerk off so I can watch my money grow. Get it? How important is the ink when it comes to a tattoo? Does it matter?
We got our first one. See, Ryan in Florida. Ryan?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
You don't have a...
Yeah. I actually lost a foot in a gator attack. I was fishing with one of my friends, and came out of nowhere, dude. Grabbed me by the foot, took me under. Luckily, we carried guns because, you know, it's known to happen every now and then, and my friend shot it a couple times, and he let me loose. But they don't actually eat you alive. They take you under and try to drown you and then eat you later after you're dead.
Yeah, because they kind of strangle you. Don't they use that tail and everything to just kind of strangle
No,
the
they just
crap
take
out
you
of
down underwater and drown you.
Right, but they hold you, like, with their tail. And
Not their tail, their teeth. They don't need anything
They
but
don't
their
need anything else,
fucking
you don't
teeth.
think?
They go on that death roll thing where they...
That's what I mean.
They grab you and spin you around and just rip you to pieces.
Why did the guy hang up? I want to hear about...
Yeah, what happened after he bit him, and how did he get to the hospital?
Oh, yeah.
How clean must... That's got to be the dirtiest, most jagged fucking injury you can have. It's some alligator tooth bite. You know that's not like a nice, clean fucking meat slicer cut.
Tearing, yeah.
Yeah.
We got our first one. We'll get more.
That must hurt.
Yeah.
You think?
Back to Motley Crue on Larry King.
Tattoos.
Larry asks, if their tunes are hummable.
What?
This is unbelievable.
What? This is a joke, right?
I think Motley Crue's more of a joke for just, like, going with it. I'd be like, shut up.
Yeah, what? Hummable.
These are dumb questions.
Are your tunes hummable?
Oh, yeah.
Can people leave a concert and sing a Motley Crue song?
That's kind of one of the things that we always
God.
pride ourselves on, you know. You got to have those melodies that, you know, you leave the concert going, you know, singing girls, 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 or Dr. Feel Good, or Don't Go Away Mad, or even with the new stuff, you know. It's always been something
He interviewed Jerry Seinfeld yesterday. I didn't watch it, but I guess he.
Oh, I saw that. I know where you're getting at.
I mean,
Jerry basically is like, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
He really did. He called him out. We did the audio.
You're
on
an
our show.
idiot.
Go ahead.
No, you did the audio already?
Is this a new interview?
No, they did.
For the B movie?
No, not for the B movie. For Carlin. I think he interviewed Carlin. I didn't see it.
Oh, last night for George Carlin.
He interviewed
Okay.
Jerry Seinfeld for, it was a memorial for Carlin.
Okay, no, I did
so
not see
I
that.
know he had to have dumb questions, you know what I mean?
Well, let's find out. Because we can't get enough of Larry King's interviewing, technique.
Could your songs be played on an elevator? Question. It's hard to hum, Dr. Feelgood. Yeah. These songs are unhummable. The Motley Crue. We're gonna get your new EP.
Isn't every song hummable, really? Think about it. Get something going for every song.
right, does Dr. Feelgood take Medicaid?
Oh, this is wonderful.
Kickstart my heart. I'm not singing. I'm telling somebody, please. Help me. Who's top of the food chain when it comes to fucking groupies?
Now, that would have been a good question.
Yeah, Larry wouldn't ask that one.
Who gets the most pussy would have been a really good question.
Yeah.
How long does it take for the tattoo to heal?
Tommy Lee, your cock is huge. Not a question, just a comment.
Can you write Mississippi on your cock?
Mike in Hudson Valley's got an alligator fact. We're doing two things here. Go ahead, Mike. Listen to this.
What's up, boy?
Hey, man. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, I was going to say, Anthony was exactly right about the alligators taking you under, doing the death roll to kill you, and they actually won't even eat too much of you right away, but they'll defend your corpse, and they'll stay next to you for a couple of days until you start to rot. Then all your tissues and your joints get a lot softer, and then they'll just slowly eat you over the course of a week.
Nice.
Well, that's
no way to go.
That's wonderful. They defend your corpse after they're the ones that kill you.
Watch out, guys.
All right, and then we got someone that lost a fist. Matt, Jersey.
Wow. What's going on,
As opposed to a hand?
Yeah, wait, it's just a hand.
I like that he said a
couple
fist.
years ago with snow plowing his driveway, and I was at work, and I came home, and there's fucking ambulances and fucking cops everywhere. And I look, and I guess it got fucking stuck with snow, and he stuck his fist in there to try to get it, like, undone or whatever.
Ooh.
And that thing tore his fucking wrist right off.
Oh.
God. And I was like, you are such a fucking idiot.
Oh, that's what he wants to hear.
I know, right?
You dumb motherfucker, you lost your hand. Boy, you stupid.
Dummy.
Right, that's not what he wants to hear.
Turn the fucking thing off.
Thank you, sir. Let's
go. I knew some guy that worked in this supermarket, and they was making chop meat. And he's pushing the thing through, and the chop meat machine grabbed his arm, his hand and his arm, and ripped the skin from the elbow down to his wrist. Like there was just the bone. It's all you're just there with everything folded down like a cuff. Like you just kind of rolled up your sleeve. But
what's your imaginary, like, something that you go, oh man, this
horrible?
Like your imaginary losing a limb. Mine's, I got two, which is the escalator getting caught, your pants getting caught.
Oh, right,
caught in the part of the escalator that when you're up there.
Yeah, and it goes back into the machinery.
For some reason, I have something long on, and I'm shredding paper. I do a lot of shredding.
Yeah, I shred.
And it just, something happens with the shredder. Sometimes I clean the shredder out and I don't unplug it.
Oh,
and
that's
just like,
stupid.
Something.
You got to unplug it.
I think about losing a finger in a shredder.
I had this.
The paper shredder.
It wasn't something like losing a limb or anything, but it was something horrible that I used to think about when I was in wood shop. It was running a board through the table saw.
Oh, yeah.
And slipping and just, bam, hitting your chin on the fucking blade as it's spinning. Because you know why? It wouldn't go, ramp. It would make like a bang, like you were punched.
Yeah.
But it would leave a fucking, like, cut all the way through your teeth. But falling, like, chin first as you're sliding the wood through on a table saw.
Ugh.
Scared the shit out of me.
Alligator guy called back because we need the rest of the story. So alligator guy. So now you come back out of the water and you realize that the alligator took your foot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, what happened is, it took me under. The guy shot it a couple times, and it was actually so bad, it didn't bite the foot completely off, but there was, like, bones sticking out and everything. My friend passed out. He couldn't even handle it. They took me to the doctor. They tried to save it, but it was just so bad they had to amputate it. So I was just going to fill you in with the rest of the story, fellas.
I'll probably just look like a big blob of shit on the end of your fucking
So why can't
leg.
they put just like a little bit of like the alcohol or the
just kind of
peroxide, right?
Yeah.
And then wrap it up and see what happens.
Wrap it up.
Like I'll take a mauled foot
over no foot.
Over no foot.
Or just they should have like metal molds of feet and hands, so when it's all fucked up, you just slap a mold on there and let it heal, and then take the mold off, and you just have like fingers. And
I saw a guy walking down Columbus Avenue with the fake leg. They got the fake leg figured out.
Well, they got the good one.
It's ugly though.
It's a bouncy spatula. Spatula foot.
No, that's if you want to be an athlete.
Yeah, but people use that bouncy spatula foot.
That's the attachment. That's the attachment if you want to be an athlete.
No,
but that's like the good one.
Is definitely that's the foot.
It's the good one, but you gotta look silly.
But they got the knee figured out and everything, where it bends where it's supposed to bend and everything. I saw this guy walking down Columbus Avenue. If you didn't know any better, you wouldn't see that.
He was in shorts?
He was in shorts. It's
ballsy.
He barely had a limp, and the knee was
it is selfish.
The knee was moving how it was supposed to move.
Yeah,
they got figured out. It's like an adjustment.
Did he have spatula?
That's very funny, man.
Spatula foot.
Hey, Ortos.
Old Rudderfoot.
Hey, Rudderfoot. Hey,
old Rudderfoot.
Now we go back over here to Motley Crue and Larry King.
Motley Crue.
Girls, or Dr. Feelgood, or Don't Go Away Mad, or even with the new stuff, it's always been something that we, always
so
make sure
it's not just sounds and...
It's not just, we're
not just sounds?
What an idiot.
Did he just say not just sounds?
What an idiot.
So it's not just sounds, it's music? What do you make?
Jeez, this guy's a fucking tool.
You would think he would get, somebody to give him a few Motley Crue songs. Very catchy songs, if you listen to the hits especially.
Oh, I love the rock and roll.
God, what an idiot.
He doesn't know
He doesn't even
anything
do the
about
basics
him.
for his interview.
Yeah.
All right, then he continues.
Good.
Good old Larry. Come on. Maybe he doesn't get
Fix it.
You said that this set, our set, which has been around for a long time, is a lot like your set on tour?
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much what our set looks like, but
exactly it says CNN.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How important to the rock band is that?
There's the famous.
How important?
We learned a while ago that he always asked how important is the blank to the blank.
And he actually asked a snowboarder one day, was it?
No, it was the
skateboarder.
The skateboarder,
yeah.
right? Remember that video of the skateboarder, Patrice? He fell like 50 feet. He was on a half pipe, one of those ridiculously huge half pipes. He was trying to move, and he ended up falling to earth like 30 or 40 feet.
Yeah, Larry King was talking to him. And he actually asked him,
how important is the skateboard?
in fucking skateboarding.
Skateboarding?
Yeah.
How important is the skateboard?
Pretty fucking important, dummy. How important is your microphone?
How important to the rock band is that?
For us, what happens is that we kind of created a monster back in the early 80s when we first started
Frankenstein.
We started out lighting ourselves on fire and trying to beat ourselves every single tour. And then, now we've kind of now what do we have to do to top our last tour?
Unbelievable.
So what are you going to do?
This is
pathetic.
It's really it's a detriment to their career.
It is.
To hear
I
these
agree
guys talking like this.
I agree with you. You shouldn't be going with this. You should be kind of mocking them.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? What do you think?
Do you know any of our songs, you asshole?
We have a King Cam question about a famous, or maybe should I say notorious aspect of past Motley Crue shows. Watch.
Hey, Lewis, this is Steve Mason. Do you think that same-sex marriages will be accepted nationwide now that they've been accepted in California?
That's a good question. It should be.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was wrong. That was for Lewis Black. Wrong question, wrong time.
Oh, God, is he a complete disaster?
How important is the real clip?
This isn't college radio. He's on CNN,
God,
man.
he just re-signed with him?
He did, right? Well, that's good for us. We can't get enough of him and his dumb technique. Let's see. Girl lost arm in shop class. Friend lost finger in warehouse. Uncle lost arm in saw accident. Which one do you want to go to?
Saw.
Yeah?
The girl.
Let's go to Steve in the Pocono. Steve? When did your crew become Motley? Dog shit sniffer. Steve, let's go. Hey, buddy. Uncle lost arm. Steve, Poconos. All right.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to Wade in Toronto.
Wade?
Hey,
My
okay,
dear
how are you?
Wade.
Good, buddy. Back about 16 years old and sitting in shop class, there's a girl planing wood that's an inch and a half thick. And me and the teacher are over in one corner, she's kind of in another, and all of a sudden you hear this wicked shrill, and you know something's wrong, and her arm is stuck in the planer, up almost to the elbow.
Oh, the planer.
Yeah, you know,
wow.
you know,
Yeah,
throw
it
the
just
wood through, and
it
then
just
the
ripped the
shavings come
top
out
of
the
her
back.
arm off.
Yeah, and the shavings come out the back. Well, there was no shavings, man. It was just red, and now she's got a little stump at the elbow. And when we finally got the machine turned off, pulled her arm out, there was like still about 4 inches of bone up to the elbow. It was gross. And the shop teacher quit. He retired. He couldn't take it.
I don't blame him. They took a lot of chances in high school with that shop.
Yeah, what the
crap.
fuck are they thinking?
They really did.
Hey, let's just have whirling blades and throw children at it. Here you go, kids. Grab this shit and put it into the whirling blades.
You know, kids that have a problem listening to anything. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
trust them with this equipment.
You can't trust them with a pen.
Right.
Like they're throwing pens at each other and shit.
They don't have shop class anymore?
Oh, no, I'm sure they do. I haven't been to a school in quite some time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the fucking, what about the lathe? That could be one of the most dangerous fucking things. And you went in there, these are machines that, like, professional people should be using. And you go in there, and some dumbass is trying to teach you how to use it. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even know. And that lathe thing used to scare me because you get that kickback on the blade if you didn't hold it tight enough. You'd have to hold that fucker down. I hated the lathe. I always thought it was going to flip the back of the tool up and smash me.
I never used that equipment, obviously.
Oh.
I have nothing to add here.
Horrible. Bandsaw.
Yeah.
You never push into the blade. You're always supposed to keep your hands on either side of the blade. And when you're cutting a circular thing, you got to keep moving your hands.
Sure.
I didn't do that once and just kept going around, and it went through the wood really fast, and my thumb just went, bop, touched the blade. I almost fainted right there. I was like, oh, my God. You know, the first thing you do is grab whatever's injured and then take the slow look at it.
Yeah.
You got to go, all right, that's a good one.
How bad was it?
It was pretty bad. It cut right through my thumb. No, because it was on the tip of my thumb, so I just kind of wrapped it in tape.
All right, we're going to take another break.
Hated those things. Ugh, machines.
After the live show today, we're going to replay our last interview with George Carlin. Going to go to break with another piece. This is pertinent. Censorship. Discussed with people in general. George Carlin from our show a few months back.
People think they have a right to not have their feelings hurt.
I know.
They actually think that's a given right that the forefathers wrote in that said your feelings, they can't be hurt. Right. And that is, you could say whatever you want as far as hurting someone's feelings.
That's that left-wing paternalism. Big white.
Oh, yeah.
Big white daddy knows best.
Yep.
That came, everyone, we all got to understand that we could expect censorship from the right wing. Mm-hmm. Over time, we know that's where it's going to come from. But to expect it from the left wing, from the politically correct people in the campuses, especially the Eastern Ivy League campuses, that caught me by surprise.
The conservatives have always hid behind family values and religion, and it seems like what the liberals hide behind is things like hate speech. Like that's how they get you to kind of not say what kind of smashes their ideology.
Yeah, it's this country went off the cliff and it's just in free fall now. It's just we're waiting for the Big Bang to happen, and it's so wonderful what nature is doing to smack us back. This arrogant species who overbuilds, overreaches, overuses, wastes, just completely lays waste and despoils everything it touches. Three-wheel vehicles, all-terrain vehicles. We're going to go everywhere there's some sand. We're going to make a mark, and we're going to make an ugly mark, and then we're going to not worry about it, and we're going to come home, and we're going to barbecue. It's just a sick, it's disgust in my voice you're hearing. Welcome to disgust.
You've been listening to us for 4 minutes and you can't take it? You first time listener? Go screw. Linger longer.
Linger longer.
Oh, linger longer.
Linger longer.
Linger longer. Linger longer.
What? That was linger.
That was my version of linger longer.
It's down to linger.
It's just down to, sometimes it's just, I gotta linger longer. Linger very longer. Opie and Anthony!
We're back with the Opie and Anthony show.
Patrice is out cold. His lips are moving. He's talking in his sleep. What's he saying? Just hear him snoring a little bit. He's getting ready to really start snoring, I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of shithead falls asleep on the radio? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the snoring's getting better. Yeah. It's documented. You're right, it is getting louder. Yeah. If we wait another minute, I think it's going to be all out snoring. Yeah. Because he's on his back. It's perfect. Yes, see? Okay. Told you. Okay. He's out cold. That's getting good. I could listen to this for 20 minutes, no problem. Oh, yeah. We could do like line of the day and just like leave him here. Or we could yell something really racist. See how he reacts. No. That's crazy. What? That's crazy. The camera's broken. Do we have a really loud noise we can play? What are you doing? Why does he have to be in here now? I don't know. No, don't worry about it. Oh, wait, let me just move this head a little bit. What kind of loud noise you want, like? Stephen S. from Bayshore writes, mighty snore young. Oh, hold on. Hey, how you doing? He's awake.
Holy shit. I was in deep REM, man. I'm sorry about that.
That's hysterical. You just put the mic up to you and you're... What woke you up, man? You heard us talking?
I'm always aware of white meetings.
How are you that funny right after you wake up? I hate you.
Fuck. Sorry about that. I think I was dreaming too, man.
You're dreaming.
Wow, man, my fault, dude.
What were you dreaming?
I don't even know. It's unprofessional. God damn it. I'm sorry about that.
I've done it.
You're not the first, Patrice.
Yeah.
The show bores
Jimmy
the hell
does
out of
it.
everybody. Someone suggested play a loud police siren. That should wake them up. Oh, wow. You all right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
You slept right through the break and everything. I walked past you twice.
Sorry. I was snoring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, it was a good one.
Well, start off just heavy breathing, and then you got
Up goes. I have a feeling this is going to turn into some heavy snoring, and then you started.
Oh,
a little more.
Almost on cue.
like a fat snorer. Jesus.
Well, you're on your back, too. It's perfect.
I did that once, and they fucking put the mic on me, put the Pal Talk camera on me, and left the fucking studio. And they just left me there with some fucking, like, lullaby music gently playing in the background.
Are you serious?
And I woke up just like,
Anthony,
oh my God, the show's over. Where the fuck am I? I had no idea where I was.
Somebody could help us out, but I think Ann was out for easily a half hour.
Oh, yeah.
With nobody.
Just knocked out.
I was
Just
fucking
him breathing
tired.
and snoring for a half hour is all you heard on this channel. Then he woke up.
Jesus, that quick fucking sleep revitalized me just now. I was just like, oh shit.
You ready to roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
We got to do it we got to take shifts.
Yeah.
Just fucking 3 minutes each.
That's 4 in the morning. God damn it.
Tell me about it.
It sucks.
All right, we could do one more thing, and we're going to get out of here on time today because we're going to replay our George Carlin interview right around 11 or so.
Yes.
We got George Takei and his partner talking about their marriage.
Yes, I'd like to hear that.
We got a teen diving out of the speeding car to escape a sex offender. We never got that story on the air.
Dove out on her face.
We got a kid fighting with his mom on Dr. Phil, which is really funny.
Oh, I like that.
This is like cleanup stuff over here. And then we got the Oprah audience going absolutely insane because she was giving away all sorts of shit. Her spring, Oprah's favorite things for spring things she does every year. You want to go George Takei?
I like George Takei.
All right, let's go with
Or
George
is it George
Takei?
Takei?
I like to say Takei.
George the Gay. That's what I like to call myself. George the Gay. With my new husband. I'm a sloppy party bottom. That's me. Yes.
Here we go.
Gentlemen, good morning and congratulations.
Thank you very much, and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It
Good
sounds
morning.
just like Anthony when
Yes.
Anthony does George the
Please,
Guy.
set phaser to ass sex.
Thank you. I swear to God, I thought that was you. Good morning.
Yes.
I can almost do it.
I love boners. I love big boners. Beam a double dong dildo into our ass, please. George the Gay.
Oh, shit.
Gentlemen, good morning and congratulations.
Thank you very much, and good morning.
Good morning. So when is the big day, George?
Well, tomorrow's a big day when we get our license at long last. And
no wedding date yet, George?
Oh, we have a date, but it's going to be in September, and we want to...
No, it's funny because he's the name in the relationship.
Yeah.
All questions to him, but they have no idea that he's probably like the bottom in this
Yeah,
whole
he's the
thing.
bottom. The other guy's the man, and he's like, you're taking the spotlight.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yet, George?
Oh, we have a date, but it's going to be in September, and we wanted to give ourselves some months to go through
For our asses to heal.
planning for
It
it.
takes a lot of work to plan for a wedding, Julie. A lot
Tell
of
me about it, okay?
Tell me
And
about
she doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that this is two men.
Right.
Oh, I understand. You got to get the dress and
Right.
the thing. Oh, that's right.
Right.
I'm going to wear a lovely dress that green woman wore in the episode where Kirk fucks the green woman. She's dressed in sort of a Jolly Green Giant clothes thing I really took a liking to.
Ask him if he ever licked Scotty's asshole.
Yes, yes. It's a little gamey. I like when my boyfriend fucks my ass like the turbo lift.
Now, did Leonard Nimoy have any reaction when you finger popped him? Or did he?
He ear fucked me.
Was it no? Was it no reaction? Just like a Vulcan.
He's just like a Vulcan. What he would do is do that live long and prosper thing with his fingers. But one was in my stink, and the other one was jiggling my balls. Wonderful.
He sounds like George Takei. Sounds like Steve.
George Takei.
Here's another clip.
Yes.
So, Brad, I understand you are the one who proposed to George. Tell me when you did it and how.
Oh, God. Yes. He got down on 2 knees.
That's a good one, goddammit. Son of a bitch.
And
He got down on both knees.
Both knees.
And I gave him the cuck ring.
I couldn't say no.
Didn't have to use my hands.
I couldn't say no, and he couldn't say anything.
I said, "Will you?" And it popped right in my mouth.
How you did it?
Well, actually, George was watching TV, and the news flash came on, and I dropped to my knees, and I said, George, will you marry me? And George said,
Darn it, you beat me to it.
I know you did, you wacky gay guy.
I was going to ask you if I wasn't so preoccupied and had a cock in my mouth. My boyfriend's ass needs to be shaved. It looks like a tribble. George Takei.
Yeah.
You beat me to it.
You beat me to it.
You were gonna do the same to Brad.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of sandwich then. So.
Whoa! Okay. Wow! Dude, in that short little time, if you could see that, me and Opie just quickly looked at each other like, what is he gonna say?
You got the bleep? Yeah. Oh, where's the bleep? Hold on.
We need to.
Hold on. Let's make this a little different than it's supposed to be.
Let's all try to talk like George Takei. A mouthful of.
Okay. Let's hear what it says.
And George said,
Darn it, you beat me to it.
You were gonna do the same to Brad.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of.
Oh, what's wrong with you? Your timing sucks today.
I forgot if you went
To Brad.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of sandwich.
No, your timing was off. Damn it.
See what happens when you take a day off. You get a little rusty.
To do the same to Brad.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of.
Oh, forget it. We stink.
Yes.
You were gonna do the same to Brad.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of.
All right, I don't want to.
I don't know.
Now we need to do this. Right.
Okay, here it is. I'm going to hit the beep right in the middle of his.
I'll nod when I'm pushing pause.
Okay.
Watch how good this works now.
You were gonna do the same to Brad.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of.
All right. Success. 3 times. It's all in the timing. Yes.
Yeah.
I had my mouth full of sandwich then, so I couldn't quite do it then.
Cock sandwich.
Mouthful of sandwich.
Mouthful of sandwich and pubic hair. Ass hairs. Yes. Wonderful.
George Takei is the funniest sissy on planet Earth.
George Takei.
George Takei.
Yes.
Well, here's the next one.
Now, the two of you have been in a committed relationship with each other for 21 years. Why is it important now to call it marriage?
Well, because it is a marriage. You know, they can find other names for it, but...
homosexuality.
Well, yeah.
Fagula. Cocksucker.
Oh, Jesus.
Plenty of
They can
names.
find other names for it, but separate but equal, it just doesn't
Doesn't cut it.
Yeah, I don't want to be domestically partnered to George Takei. I want to be married to George Takei. And beginning today in California, I can legally marry George Takei. I'm the happiest guy in California today because I get to marry George.
Well, I'm the second happiest then.
I think there's happier men in California.
Yeah.
I'm the second happiest, which means I am the bottom. Ouch. He's happy because he's coming. I'm the second happiest because my asshole is tearing.
Oh, Jesus.
One more clip.
I have to go to sick bay. Dr. McCoy, could you put an extra stitch in it to make my boyfriend even happier?
That's the door.
That's what it sounds like when I pass wind now. There's no resistance left for any sound. I kept it.
To us, it's about love, you know, but it's the climate we're going into that makes it political. But for us, it's love, and we get to make it a marriage.
That's right.
George Takei, Brad Altman, thank you and best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. To legally suck cock is so important to me and my beau.
Your apology, and he calls his video Don Imus racial profiling like always. And on the sports blog, the Bleacher Report, someone posted this comment. Mr. Imus, you've had a nice long career, but it may be time to hang it up. You simply can't come on and broadcast to the world your racist and degrading thoughts towards other people. I think even Howard Stern is embarrassed for you right now.
Person doesn't know anything.
Veronica, any support for Don Imus out there?
Well, there is. Blogger Stephen Cowles from the Huffington Post is an Imus fan. He says that it is Imus who is being profiled. He writes, any fair-minded person listening to the exchange with Warner Wolf must conclude that what Imus meant was that he was arrested because he was black, not that he committed bad deeds because he was black. The exact opposite of the meaning implied by those desperate to do Imus in and deprive me of my morning entertainment. Imus is being profiled. And then Mitch Gatewood has a positive take on the situation. He posted this comment to a Dallas Cowboys blog. He says, as a man of color, I find Imus his remark disgraceful, yet important. You see, we as a nation need people like Imus to remind us all that racism and sexism and any other ism still exist. We need to be reminded so that we can confront it.
Patrice O'Neill, New York, New York.
Our society. So, Tony, we are asking you now, how do you out there feel about this issue? Go ahead and let us know. You can put yourself on camera, send us an iReport. All you have to do is log on to
Asian. What is she?
iReport.com.
Bit of Asian. She's like got some other thing in her.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Your boy Imus, man.
Yeah.
Whatever. Gives a shit.
Poor guy. The fuck?
Like black people aren't racist.
Leave him alone.
We can't be.
No, of course. Racist means you need power in order to use your race as blah, 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 blah.
I'm very prejudiced.
Yeah. I prejudge.
Oh, do I ever prejudge?
Yeah.
Even after I know the truth, I continue to prejudge.
Use your prejudgment. Fuck the truth.
After I prejudge and it's wrong, it's still the same exact thing I thought it was. Which makes it racism.
Yeah.
Let's do the line of the day and get the hell out of here. We'll replay the George Carlin interview, the last time he stopped by and hung with us, which is kind of sad. It's kind of weird to hear now.
Yeah. Well.
We have to do, like, a show that features just all the people that have died.
Dead people show.
That we've talked to over
Give me a
years.
little time.
Creepy.
I'm sure I'll be in a robe and slippers, sipping broth with my new beau, petting my little poodle. I hope it doesn't look like the one that beamed up when the transporter malfunctioned. Remember Two Kirks? My favorite episode was when Captain Kirk and the woman switched bodies. And he was acting like the woman. And
Kick off there.
yeah, I know. I'm just racking my mind.
Matt Lamb makes a great point from
Does
New York
he?
City. He writes, so reading blogs is now the news. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
the
just
news has
reading
gotten
blogs.
so lazy that they just read blogs now.
Yes. I don't like blogs. I like logs. You beat me to it.
Where are you going to go
Suck that cock.
Where are you going to go on your honeymoon there, Mr. Takai?
Probably somewhere nice like San Francisco or another city. Yes. Or I could say the old gag, we're taking the ship to Uranus. Get it? That's space talk for asshole.
We could do that, but I want to go home.
Yes.
Line of the day is sponsored by Carbonite.com. Carbonite backs up your computer hard drive so you never have to worry about losing any of your files. Check it out at Carbonite.com. Promo code XM. Here's your first runner-up line of the day.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Kickstart my heart. I'm not singing. I'm telling somebody, please. Help me.
That seemed like that just happened.
Yeah.
Here's another runner-up line of the day. Yeah.
Trying to desperately hold on to regular guyness.
He gets paid well.
You took a right turn on Better Than You Street.
Patrice O'Neill. Houston Improv next weekend. July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
PatriceO'Neill.com.
Thank you.
I've been watching some of your video blogs. You have a makeout session with your chick.
Who?
You.
Oh, Patrice O'Neill for president.
Yeah, and she's like all up in your stuff.
Yeah.
You guys are doing some
Lucky me.
You guys are doing some of that out-of-mouth making out.
With her big ass.
Both tongues are just out and about.
Just way bigger than Anthony likes. With my fat, out-of-shape girlfriend with her big Negro butt.
I saw her at comic. She's looking good, yo.
She does look good, but not
real good.
Not racial standards. She doesn't meet up to this fucking.
Meet up to my lily white standards.
You should saw the black girls in Patricia's audience, man. There was a lot of lookers. A lot of lookers.
Is that what they're calling them these days?
I'm not.
What did I say? I'm sorry.
Not really into
sorry
the
I said
nigglets.
that. I'm sorry
Anthony
I said
does
that.
not like nigglets.
No, I do. Really do.
They should only come
Just
with.
don't wanna date
They should
them.
only come racing a Nazi and beat them in a race in 1941.
The final runner-up line of the day, I believe, right? Let's do it.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking my head. No, then you could absolutely
Riley,
call me gay.
Here's a dude code here. Ready?
Yeah.
I would pillow smother my girl for that.
That was really funny, but when you mentioned, like, go to a museum to get some kind of glass thing so you can put her in it and roll around as, like, an exhibit, that had me rolling. Goddamn, Patrice.
She is anybody can bring her anywhere to any racial bounds. Her fucking beauty is boundless.
Well, I said the homie barbecue.
Absolutely.
I know you guys have homie barbecues where Whitey's not really invited.
Back in the day, but white people have infiltrated everything.
We say the same thing.
You're not even covert no more. You don't even put on blackface. You just come in as a white guy and go, hello. And we go, okay, somebody's friend is white.
I'm happy to say that Patrice will be with us tomorrow again. 2 days with Patrice. I like that.
Yes.
So we'll see you tomorrow, Patrice. Here is your line of the day. Here comes line of the day. Line of the day. What woke you up, man? You heard us talking?
I'm always aware of white meetings.
You're out of business now, buddy.
Fucking Patrice gets line of the day seconds after he wakes up from a really, and I mean deep sleep. Fuck you. God damn, is that good? By the way, when I said she was looking good, I was fucking, I wasn't trying to sound cool.
Was you trying to have black friends, though?
No, come on.
Some of your best friends are black?
Yeah, that's always a good one.
I was just trying to...
Why, some of my closest friends are black.
Fucking around a little bit.
Is the producer of this show black?
No, we have
you. Don't even have a black intern. Boy, you guys are racist.
Dude,
yeah.
We have you in
What
every
am
once
I?
in a while.
What am I doing here? Just to? I'm really.
Yeah.
You know what I am? I'm a token Negro.
You're the token that
You're the guy we need.
allows us to say what we have to say.
We'd have gotten in so much trouble today if you weren't here.
The smartest thing Howard ever did was hiring Robin so he could go down that road.
It's a shame.
You know?
Yeah.
A lot of shows hire women so they could do, like, the female bashing shit.
And then women can go like, "Oh, stop, guys."
But I try very hard to be honest. I wish I could just say, I would love to just kind of, you know what? My job is, I'm going to get y'all fired.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry one day just on the air when you say something.
Shit.
How funny would that
Oh,
be?
my God.
Please do that.
I'm going to march out of here.
I'm willing to take that chance.
No one would even believe it.
No.
March out of here and go, fuck you guys.
Fuck you
the
guys.
only thing that let me see if anything really bother me. I mean, Eastside Dave with things in his ass, like shit everywhere.
Yeah, I could tell that bothers
like,
you
that's not
a lot.
Thing,
yeah, that's just like, enough. That's like,
You're saying that's white boy fun?
Oh, shit. They have shitty fingers.
There have been a few things we've done on this show in front of you, and I could tell it's just white boy fun. Like, you don't want to be any part of it.
It's just
mostly Eastside Dave stuff.
Yeah, it's just shit. Things in your ass and shit. Like, Norton likes to play gay, but it's funny when he touches you softly. And it's creepy with those wormy hands.
It's not fun.
It's
It's awkward for everybody.
But that shitty things is like enough.
Yeah.
But racial stuff doesn't bother me that much because I'm the biggest racist I know.
Yeah.
I wish white people weren't my least favorite people, but they're not.
See, I said it a while ago. If you and Ant were the same color, you would be the best of friends.
You think?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Very similar, just different colors.
Like I saw Anthony with no shirt on. I can't get past that. Just on a racial level.
Picture.
Do you shave the top half of your chest or something?
No. Why?
I just wonder.
No.
You know what Anthony's body looks like? Where are they now? Of somebody who used to be in shape. Like, you look like a child star grown up.
What the
You got a
fuck
child
is
star
that,
grown
dude?
up chest.
I'll tell you.
The best friend from Wonder Years. That's what you look like. If we didn't see him for years, that's what he looks like now.
Holy shit.
Your little awful chest.
You know what's weird? Ant and I have been working together like 14 years, and I realized today, and this is a good thing, today was the first day I saw a picture of you without a shirt on. And
Turks and Caicos.
I don't remember, man.
Dude.
No, I think you were walking around in a shirt the whole time.
No.
You don't think?
Nah, positive. I know Turks. Yeah.
Anthony's chest.
Oh, shit.
It just looks like...
Like what?
Yeah, just a nice... You ever see uncooked duck breast?
Uncooked duck breast?
What the fuck?
Anthony's chest look like it could give you salmonella.
What are you talking about? I have a little bit of sunburn, and I'm fucking
just
not that
awful little bird.